was very funny, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, you had a fun drawing on it.
Did a fun drawing on it. So it's also technically anachronistic for the setting, but can't help all of it.
Details.
Don't you tell me to shut up. The game can't progress if I can't talk. To be fair, it also can't progress if you guys can't talk, but that's besides the point. Your feelings matter. When you woke up in the morning, to which I would like to postulate a follow-up question. Wait. When did Snoggle use the stick to cast Recover? Because, that eats into his slots.
When you found
it. Fair enough. Let's look something up. I need to pick up my GM screen. There we go. There we go. I'm just gonna open. That. Man, that really cleared me up. Just doing a little dance. Who knew?
Do a little dance.
Dizzy, you sound very tired. Maybe we should rub up against.
I also haven't been sleeping very well, but I'm okay. I'm okay.
Well, you better be okay. But when you wake up in the morning, when the shifts end, you hear a loud, rambunctious noise outside. Something big chomping down on those big corpses you left outside. It also seems to be pushing around much of the debris that's in this area.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed.
Chompers are outside.
There's a Chomposaurus Rex.
We get all our sleeping stuff back, right?
Yes, you get all benefits of a good rest. That's a little bit of healing, like your level times your con modifier, minimum of 1, and your spell slots and stuff. Your dailies and your focus. Where's Tiri? I don't see him.
I don't see me either.
You under here somewhere? Tiri.
I think I was somewhere here.
Yeah,
but...
Tiri's over here.
Ah!
Okay. Because it's just I can't see my token because
You were buried under a spider.
It doesn't have any vision at all.
Your token doesn't have vision. Your token doesn't have vision.
It feels like I don't own it for some reason.
No, it just doesn't have vision set. I wonder if that's a prototype token problem? No, your prototype token does have vision, so it's definitely just this token that's the problem here.
There we go.
I must have put that one down very early then. Or earlier. Marvelous. Anyway, there's a lot of noise happening outside. The sound of meaty slaps, crumbling stone, of large, loud chomping.
Should we go check it out?
I mean, probably. We're in here, and I wouldn't like to get chomped.
Yeah, I'm feeling pumped from the last fight.
It's been a whole night.
Yeah. You start to get the blood flowing.
If anything, you should be
Let's
feeling
go.
chomped.
Let's go. Game is paused.
I'm gonna see if there's a setting for that because I really don't like the fact that it starts paused.
Yeah, it's kind of silly.
Ooh.
Can I look to these doors and see outside?
Oh, that's a thing out there.
Oh, that's pretty cool. This is hard shadows that I just turned on for myself and looks a lot crisper.
I like those soft shadows.
Yeah, fine.
Stealthily. Can I try to do it stealthily? I'm so sorry. My brain isn't working yet fully.
You wish to sneak up, moving quietly across the courtyard. Well,
No, just look to the doors to see if anything outside.
Just look through the doors and see if there's anything outside. Well, you can definitely see a writhing mass of scales that's pushing around the bodies, and sometimes you see a head, then another head, then another head, and then they slide back out of view. It's like someone dumped a bucket of worms on the ground, with a bucket of snakes, and they're all just collaborating on having a big meal.
There's a bunch of dragon scales. What's wrong with me? There's a bunch of scales and snakes.
That
It's
looks
it's-
unpleasant.
I can
Yeah.
I can see it. Just slightly.
It looks like 6 snakes exploded there. I don't know why I said 6, but yeah.
If you want to count, you would definitely count
bunch.
6 heads.
Oh, I did. Oh, yes. How are we gonna go about this? I don't think it's big enough to go inside the building, so we can just try to shoot it from here.
Plus, it just kind of seems like, it's not really hurting anyone. It's just eating corpses, I guess.
What if we leave to this hall and we'll just leave?
We'll probably just leave it here.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really going to work too well. As the creature consumes another body, but it just can't help but be slightly impressed by the gluttonous nature of this beast. How it eats something that's only just a little bit smaller than itself in a single gulp. All of its head suddenly begin to sniff at the air. And it starts to try and push and squeeze its body through here.
Oh, it found us.
Yep, I don't think running away is an option anymore.
I love how we're like, oh, it's found us.
Yahaha!
We're sitting in the hallway.
Yahaha! You found us!
Yeah.
Quick, throw a tiny golden turd at him. That'll placate him.
I mean, I still can't slow him down. Maybe we can be fast enough to.
We'll see how things work. We'll see how things work. Kids.
Wow.
Okay,
There.
should we roll initiative or something?
Yes, please. Depending on what you were doing, you may roll stealth.
Oh no, I'm gonna go with perception.
It's only sensible.
Oh, that's a crit.
Oh, that's nice. It automatically secrets rolls for things that are invisible.
Wow. Invisible things. That's fun.
Oh yeah, I need to roll for Evie. Terry, you are first to go. You see the head slither in through the doorway, following their nose until their eyes confirm with the nose.
I would love to fireball it, but if I remember correctly, that didn't work so well against the last one.
I mean, it'll hurt it,
The heads
but
are immune to area damage. Right?
So I'm gonna zap it.
handsome. Oh, by the way, I changed something, and now you should see numbers. Okay, cool. Let's roll some reflex. Oh boy.
Ah,
You fire a lightning bolt at its many heads, believing you can catch multiple of them in a single blast, but they all retreat as if they are supernaturally aware of the lightning bolt that was coming in. Pew!
Like a turtle?
Slither, slither,
Okay.
slither. The
Oh no.
the six-headed beast worms its way in, though it is huge in size, due to the fact that it's mostly head, and those heads can straighten out a bit. It moves in with surprising ease, stands tall and proud above you, and then what's the? I think it only has like 10 feet range, though, so it can't actually hit you quite yet. Let's take a look, see, just to be sure. Yeah, reach 10 feet. Actually, it can go for monastery. Because, that's sensible.
Yeah.
But how about I be nice? You watch it slither on top of these rocks, coming ever closer. One of its heads, too eager to wait for the focused and concentrated assault, just wants a little nibble out of you, monastery. Did you apply your healing, by the way?
Yeah.
By the way, considering you have a paladin on your team, I think it's fair to say that you take like some time of your day to just constantly heal blast everyone.
Yeah, probably.
It's super easy to do. So just bring yourself back up to full. It's boring, but it's... Actually, now that I think about it, you could technically do that during your watch. Like, during your watch, you like sit around, 10 minutes pass, you know what? I feel like another touch.
Yeah,
The magic touch.
Giving people's shoulder massages while they sleep. Like a real creep.
Setting their bones back in place. Don't wake up, I'm just fixing you.
Stop
Anyway, a large head is planning to slam down on top of you. A deft maneuver allows you to evade the head that strikes into the boulder behind you. For a moment, it looks bruised on the cheek, but it smooths out as quickly. Snogu! It's so close it can probably start biting at you.
Do I remember if it's weak to bludgeoning? If
Ah,
it's like resistant to bludgeoning, I'm sorry.
not necessarily.
Okay, this is a big thing. So Snogu is gonna be smart about this. Snogu is casting slow on it.
This incredibly large, monstrous beast somehow only
Oh.
manages to succeed.
Can I use my hero point to go above that 1 point?
Well, you know what? Go ahead. You guys forget to spend them all the time. Why not?
Yes, then it fails.
It has a plus 17. I don't know what you thought your odds were.
No. I thought I could move it by 1.
Oh, you want to move it by 1?
Yeah, I want to.
All
lower
right,
it by
fine.
Yeah, why would you want to re-roll that? It was a 4.
Yeah.
The Hydra
Thank you.
is incapable of speech. Ignore what it is saying. You are simply going insane. Monastery.
Oh, nobody, I'm really slow. I'm a Hydra.
And I'm gonna shield up.
Alright. I don't gotta move, so I'm gonna start by putting up my stance. Which means diplomacy. That's not good enough.
Your level is 6, right? Yeah.
6.
Yeah. It would have been good enough if you were 5, but
Yeah. Oh well. I'll try again next turn. Alright. Start by attacking one of the head's necks with a big old sword. That one.
this is the part where I have to pull up the Aeon SRD page. Because the Hydra sheet, as I mentioned last time, does not properly mention how a Hydra works. The reason is that the heads function differently from the body, and it doesn't have space to accommodate for that. Okay, yeah, the heads are weak. Okay, what are you attacking here?
One of their necks. Just kind of trying to sever the head because that worked last time we fought a Hydra.
Okie dokie, okie dokie. Let me just check this out. Okay. No. Okay, cool. Kashlammer. With weakness 5. One of its heads flies off. Flops on the ground like a fish.
Oh no.
Spitting spittle all over the place. Blood squirting out of the stump on its body. Gross!
I kind of like call out, you know what to do, mages. And put up my shield.
The pyromaniacs are on it.
Evie. Evie, what can you do as a lawful good alchemist?
Oh, actually, alchemist fire.
Alchemist's fire, baby!
I mean, an alchemist is just a mage in bottles.
We'll just use quick.
Just a
here,
ball
here.
of mage.
Huh!
Actually, that is
Can't
an
make-
instant mage.
If you can't make your own magic, store-bought is fine.
Okay, I'm not going to change something about it because now it's a 5-headed Hydra. It has a cauterized stump. And then just keep track of that. Marvelous. Good job there, Evie. Terry.
Yeah.
It has 1 head less. That means that Marshall is going to get chomped 1 less chomp.
Oh, I think
My game froze
Game.
as well.
yeah.
Not for me, but I am the person hosting it, so.
I was about to say that it froze.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, there
weird.
we go. I just refreshed it. Today I will use elemental motion.
Motion.
So
That
like
has-
suppose the motion-
Now, okay, cool. You cast a spell, Abracadabra,
And then
and then you get slapped.
dibble da booby.
Slap. You completely forgot, for a moment there, that Hydras have so many heads that they all can pay attention to everyone else if they want to. Luckily, you managed to get your spell off. The downside is, it does manage to hit you. Real slap-like.
Okay.
Well, good news.
Well,
I can reduce that.
then I'm gonna go up the full 25 feet then. Oh.
Yeah, so you take 8 less damage, it's only 7.
Cool.
Also, I get to hit it
So,
for another nick.
I think because you just took a move action, it can just do that again. Since you make a move. So, is it? Can you only attack for opportunity the one creature once? Ugh. 2 to T, Pathfinder, 2E, multiple.
I mean, I assume it would depend on how many reactions you have, right?
I think you only get one.
No, this thing gets multiple attacks of opportunity per round because there's multiple heads. The question is, I think every one action only provokes once from every creature, but if you do multiple things, you provoke multiple times. However, good news, it does get MAP attached to it because it does technically attack multiple times in the same turn. Now, what kind of situation is that? Honestly, it would have been better if you just stepped away and then hit somewhere.
Yeah, that I didn't realize it had multiple attacks.
Well, now you do. You learn something every day.
Right.
Then the Hydra goes. Luckily, you're no longer within the Hydra's reach. It's so sluggish that it's honestly a little bit sad.
Also, did you incorporate the attack that I did on it?
Oh yes, let me see. Where's that attack of yours? Monastery goes for 28, hits for 3. Going for a head, or are you just going for...
Going for another head.
Excellent. Cool.
Probably the one that just bit Tiri.
You just cut its head off. First and foremost, the Hydra regenerates. It has all of its hit points. It has an uncauterized stump. Does this happen at the beginning of its turn or not? If the Hydra was cauterized after it gains hit points. Well, it didn't technically regain any hit points. But that feels like it's nitpicking. DC 27 fort save after it regains hit points. It's got a 50-50 chance of growing that head back. Hell yeah! It is now a 6-headed Hydra again. Oh boy. I love that I have to update this.
I mean, it would only be a 5, wouldn't it? Oh no, yeah, that grows 2 heads. Right.
Yeah, the new uncauterized one grows 2 heads. It still has that stump there.
Because it's a Hydra. That's what they do.
I'm going to assume that because no one ever fights Hydras with stumps, they just kind of wear off over time. Their regeneration smooths it over. Like paint. Let's see. Well, since you're so eager on attacking it, Monastery, I think Focused Assault's the one I want. Ignore that +4. That's just the template I'm using, automatically slapping a +4 on everyone. Cool. It makes a single attack on you, Monastery. Monastery, don't climb on the Hydra. That's dangerous. Yeah.
My screen's busted. Hang on.
And froze again for me.
Yeah.
It freezes every Hydra turn for me.
I'm going to see if there's anything that might be on my end that's causing this, but I don't know. I don't have anything else going on.
Refresh.
No.
I have feeling it's the circle that's around, so the rune thing.
Maybe it's the turn marker, you think?
Yeah, I think actually it's that.
Sure. Give me like 5 seconds as I turn the turn marker off. Because to be fair, I've had some problems with it lately too. I think I need to update it. I've updated it judiciously, just not today, because, you know, when you update before a game, that's a great way to break everything. Okay, so it's still there. I guess it doesn't auto-remove the thing itself, but it shouldn't do anything with what's going on, so maybe it works better now. Alright, let's hope that this alleviates the problems for now. And get that Focused Assault off on little Monastery, baby. Monastery, what's your armor class when you have with your shield up? I think you had your shield up.
28.
Well, congratulations. You feel a Gatling gun of heads bounce into your shield. It's rather noisy. If you had ears, you'd probably not find that very pleasant.
I mean, I can still hear things.
Snog, ooh. Snog, ooh. Did it crash again? I hope not.
Oh, it didn't. I'm here. Give me a second. I'm so sorry. I need a second.
He's gonna need a second. Snogoo is having problems. Monastery, would you like to take your turn ahead of time?
I guess, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm here. Just had to
Oh.
talk about something real fast. Sorry.
Oh.
I wanted to ask first. I want to ask Thierry. Did you take the where is it? The wand of manifold thingies,
I thought.
I did not yet.
but you plan on. Okay, never mind.
Yes.
Good, good. Okay, I'm gonna. In all reality, I'm just gonna upcast a hydraulic push as a signature spell on one of the heads.
The shove. Roll me to attack, good boy. Damn!
Yeah.
That's what I call hydraulic slap.
Okay, okay.
How much damage?
Damage, and it's 2 more, right?
No. I don't think this is going to work the way I think it does. It's 66. Then plus 2d6, which would be 46 per level you heightened it.
It's 66 plus
2d6 per
so I
level.
No, not this. Oops. Oh my god.
How did you got a crit again?
I misclicked. Okay. I did 66 and now I have to do 4
What
more.
spell level are you casting it at?
My normal. Like 1 level up.
Okay.
1 more.
So then that's 10d6.
Yeah.
The spell heightening doesn't quite work for spontaneous casters, at least. Like I know prepared casters can do it with these, but
No, I just solved it by just changing the damage numbers in the spells.
yeah.
Spells.
So just /R and then 66. 10d6, excuse me. Heck!
Owie.
That's
It
what we
hurts.
call a kablooey. You bludgeon it and it slams into the wall behind it. I'm going to destroy some of that wall because this is a big boy. Some of the structure crumbles under its presence.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that, but okay, I like it.
Come on, we
Yeah.
own this place now. Take better care of it.
You can't shoot something with massive force and then say, wait a minute, I didn't mean for you to fall backwards. You know, the thing the spell does.
No.
I intended for you to laugh lackadaisically and go like, nothing personnel, kid.
Yes.
You hear someone yelling in the distance. Monastery. What do you do?
And I'm gonna shield.
Handsome. What is Monastery doing?
Now that it's further away from me, I'm probably just going to target and rallying charge. So I can move up to it, like onto this little rock, and then attack it. Attacking another one of the heads to try and get rid of it.
Believe in
Even though
me who
this
believes
is-
in you.
Apparently an exercise in futility. That was the wrong button.
Can
Why
I-
don't
Yeah. Can I just say that I find something very weird, and that's that you give 10 pit points according to your charisma. That feels like such a 5e feature. 5e really loves doing that. Like, oh, you gain temporary hit points equal to the yay, and they expect you to be happy about that. And I'm like,
And you,
you know,
get
they
4
should
more
be.
hit points.
They should be, because you can do that a lot. People all hip and happening until 5 hit points would have saved their butts. So why was that one wrong? You said you clicked something incorrectly.
I've read the thing wrong. Don't worry, it was the right one.
Marvelous. 6 damage it is. You going for a
I
head?
read the. I just read the word ghost and thought it was the ghost charge that I haven't
No!
read. So it's like, oh no, that was the wrong button. No, they both have ghost in them. They're both ghost.
The Hydra takes 6. Slash.
For someone who doesn't like ghosts, you have a lot of ghost attacks.
Well, that's why he doesn't like ghosts.
It's anti-ghost preparation.
Wait, so do we all get 4 temporary hits?
We all got 3.
3.
We get 3 temp hit points. Amazing.
Evie, who has... oh my.
It's not a
8.
lot, but
Is there a special place where I can put my temporary hit points?
yeah,
Yes, to
next
the left
the-
of your hit points.
on your on your sheet next to the.
No, what did I
Current
do? Not
HP.
that. Not that.
Why didn't I just take care of this with the smart way of doing this? Equipment. Fire. I'll take care of this in a bit. For now, Crafter's Formula Book. It's not blank, Evie. You put formulas in it. Been having so much of a
It's just
dry
li-
cough lately.
It's just listed as a blank formula book in the compendium.
We could change the title. This is what I want to do. They're going to throw a big old firebomb on it. Huck it, baby. Miss.
22.
Well, let's roll a 1d10 and see where that bomb goes. Monastery, you are caught in the blast. Take 2
Great.
Take 2 splash damage from the fire. Listen, undershooting attacks entirely plausible. Terry.
So I'm going to I'm going to just cast a Ray of Frost on it. Try and beat it up.
Pew. Missed by 3.
Okay. And then Clinging Ice it.
Clinging ice it. Brrr.
Not a critical, at least.
Let's see, that's a failure. It takes... oh, full damage. No, wait. That's a success. Excuse me, my brain is deep fried. There we go. Monastery standing in the circle of power.
Aha! I got the ley lines, baby.
Well, you know, you're
Monastery
making this
turns into the big bad
real
now.
easy for it. It goes for another focused assault because you're still there and somehow still alive. No!
The big miss.
Man, Snuggo. Monastery is a rock in the surf. Tsunamis couldn't get past this man. Lady, person, bug. Puddin'.
Boy.
Wobble wobble. Would you like to take action, Snuggle?
Oh, I'm sorry. The thing didn't change for me on the side. I'm so sorry. I always wait for my face to appear.
Yeah, but that's why
Okay.
I say, hey, Snuggle.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna do a sudden bolt. I'll cast it again. So it's a signature spell, sudden bolt.
You can't succeed multiple times in a row, big man. He can, but he still takes half this
Oh.
time. The crumbling structure provides it a measure of resistance. Yep. Marvelous. As you're all having this...
One more damage.
One more damage.
One more damage.
Actually, because it gets rounded down, that doesn't change anything.
Oh no.
Rounding, man, makes all life worse.
That poor spell slot.
As the yelling voice is coming ever closer, and eventually you see someone that I hope you recognize. Shit.
Probably the Bushman.
Yeah, that is the Bushman you met a while ago, and I just dropped
George,
something.
Run.
No, his name is Yor. Yor Netherson. He's coming closer and yelling. Well, I mean, to be fair, he does also notice the carnage that's around the place. Where did that one? Oh, there he is. He's currently squashed. Man, that poor corpse. Absolutely slathered. Yor Netherson is running in very, very quickly and telling you to. Well, let's just say that he's trying to explain the situation as quickly as possible. Monastery, how good are you at understanding very quick?
Relatively, I guess.
Proficient enough, you hope?
Potentially, I'm an expert in diplomacy. Does that count?
I think that would definitely help in people trying to make quick excuses. From best you can gather, your well, this is a beautiful beast of nature. Yor would like for it to not die. But at the same time, you can't help but get the feeling that he may have lured this thing to here. As like,
Oh, he probably tried to clear it out like we did.
well,
but
yes. So
was a little late.
now that he saw the carnage and realized that you guys are here, he made the proper assumption that he just sent a Hydra after you.
The audacity of this guy.
Monastery.
I mean, if I trust York's judgment in when it comes to wildlife and stuff, given one how angry he got at us last time, so I'm probably gonna signal to the other guys to like try and loop around and get out of here, and I'll like stall it somewhat, I guess. So like with my shield up and just hang on, does that count? Where is this? Yes, it does work. I'm going to try and trip this thing
That's
as best I can.
You chip Hydra?
I mean,
Is it the kind of Hydra that's like a snake body, or like the kind of Hydra
so
with
the
legs?
problem is more that it's way bigger than you. Unless you have something that lets you trip things more than one size category larger, you're not gonna trip it. Oh, you got Titan
Okay.
Wrestler. Okay, go nuts. you
Probably
know,
got too much.
don't ask. He's gonna do the spaghetti trick with a sword.
Ah, it's a rubbish roll.
You need one more, so you know
Oh, I can hero point that. To
you
bring
can
it up by
definitely
2.
hero point it. It's unclear how exactly he manages to pull this one off, but
It's
you watch
slow,
as
it's
he
prone, it's flat-footed.
as he grabs several heads, twists them around, and the bone structure is forced to follow, and it just splooshes onto the ground.
With a huge plop.
Yes. Upside down. This creature is serpentine, so when it's upside down, probably a lot of its animal brain doesn't function quite right, so it's very confused. At worst.
All the, each head is trying to get up from a different side.
Exactly.
It's just kind of a mass of fish tentacles at this point. Wrong button. Keep pressing Alt when I meant to press Control. I can get there, and then from there. Like, I kind of signal to the others to, like, start getting out of here, pointing to the hole in the wall behind them.
Or
And
as they
just kinda,
say,
like,
what are you waiting for?
hop around here, I guess, to try and make my exit. Keep its
Oh my
attention,
God.
put my shield up.
I'm suddenly reminded of that stupid cutscene with what was the name again? Zero for Mega Man. What are we fighting for?
What am I fighting for?
And it's that Tumblr one where like there's thousands of copies. Too. God. Ah! Oh man, I'm dying here. The thought's killing me. Well, you know what? I'm going to say that since Eevee is trained in nature and is a big softy, they're going to try and employ their natural knowledges. Nope.
It's never seen a tree before.
I mean, to be fair, this is like only 1 point higher than its will modifier. Its will is its weak point. If you had a bard or someone who did like enchantment magic, you could give it a. I mean, I guess it has 6 heads, so you can give it a massive headache. But then if he follows suit and is like, okay, fine, I'll run. If I can't do my job, I'll be out of here. See ya. I see that someone has been doing a lot of math.
I'm trying to figure out how far can I get.
Deary, if you wanted to, you could just fly over the wall.
I could. But I'm gonna cast Tanglefoot on it.
This is the part where the party just barrages one dude with a hell of a lot of problems. Wah!
Wee.
-10 to its speeds. I wish this had a thing where you could just put down reduced speeds. Let's see. Does it have one? Fleeing, frightened, grabbed, immobilized, fatigue. So it's dying. Nope, doesn't have a section for that. That's just weird. Anyway,
That is
on its
weird.
next round, it's gonna be sluggish.
Right, then I'm gonna just try and fly over the wall.
Whee!
Whee. Have to go that. Whee.
The 6-headed Hydra is first gonna wiggle, wiggle, wiggle until it manages to get back on its feet. On its 2 feeties. Did Monastery take attack of opportunity?
I mean, I'm not trying to fight it, so I'm just gonna
You're just gonna,
reserve
yeah.
that for a shield block.
Well, then shield block this.
I definitely will.
Clonk. Your shield takes 1.
Ow. 1 damage.
You feel the strain in your arm, but honestly, that magical shield, like a sponge.
Like one bit of spit just kind of goes over and hits my face, and I'm like, gross, ew.
It's in
Ah.
my eyes.
The
Snuggle.
damage.
Snuggle, Monastery is suffering greatly.
Oh no! I must save him. I must destroy this being.
I hope it involves running
No.
away. The best way to save a friend.
Oh,
Best way to save a friend is doing what they
No.
tell you.
I'm colliding with walls again.
It's a
I think this
campaign.
is like-
Walls.
Everyone's trying to help everyone, and so like one guy's like, "I'll make a heroic sacrifice," and they all do. The whole party's dead, and they get mad at the GM, and the GM's like, "What the hell are you talking about? You all insisted on heroically sacrificing each other for each other. Of course, everyone dies. That's how that works."
I think this is my movement with all actions, and that's it.
Freaking hell, Snuggle. Look at those leggies go.
Meow.
Big
Around the
leggy.
corner.
Big leggy.
Tiny baby, big Steffi.
He zoomed past Cinnamon.
No,
so
no,
it's like-
listen. He's gonna try to get this creature to play ball. Does Soup Prey help with this at all? I think this only helps with like finding it. Yeah, it doesn't help with. It's not like 3.5 where it gave you a bonus to everything, or Pathfinder where it gave you a bonus to everything +1.
Wait, does he need a ball for the Hydra? I have a ball for the Hydra.
No,
Two
You're gonna
different
need
kinds of
more than
balls.
one ball.
I just think it's important to know that favorite enemy in Pathfinder gave you a bonus to bluff, knowledge, perception, sense motive, and survival, meaning for some reason you're better at lying to them. Also to attack and damage rolls. So holy crap, if you fuck them up, the day has come. Put up them dukes, boy. Marvelous. Well, he's still gonna roll nature. Try and calm. Nope. Oh boy. Well, he's here to stay. So he's gonna try again. Basically, to be fair, what he's mostly trying to do is get the animal to go like, "Hey, there's food everywhere. Don't go for the living food." Oh man, he's just not having his day today. He just needs a 22 to get this thing to calm down a bit.
Well, I can always clog the hole in the wall.
Monastery, your friend might soon not be existent anymore.
I mean, I guess I'm just gonna continue trying to stall it, while Yor tries to, calm the thing down. Unless... No, I don't think I would be able to grab Yor and drag them away.
I mean, you could try.
Eh. They seem to know what they're doing, so I'm just gonna keep this thing occupied for now.
All right. So you're
Alright,
gonna put up your shield
repeating.
for one.
Yeah, shield one and then try to trip it again.
There it goes.
Get on your butt.
But oh wait, I forgot this thing has also been regenerating for a couple of rounds. So that's 18 hit points twice.
It's probably close to being back to full.
Yeah, the Hydras regenerate quickly as long as they have heads.
Yeah.
Well, you have one action left. What do you do with that?
I don't know. Just to make the most of my actions, I guess I'll try and stance. Nah, still no.
That's a yes, actually. That's 6 because
Oh, okay.
you inspire your friend to do better. If he is
It doesn't actually help him, but you know, I'm being inspiring.
if he pops behind wait, the shed collapsed, yes, and then I got hit with a massive wave. I should remove these
Dang it.
walls.
Rest in peace, Shed.
You did your best.
We will miss you.
Derry, flying over the buildings. What do you have to say about the situation at hand?
Well, I'm going to try and move over to help.
It's hard to get over the fact that everyone looks so small when you're up so high.
Yes. Hmm.
I mean, Snogger looks small anyway.
Rude.
Well, I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna try and calm it down with using nature.
Well, let's see if you can do any better. Well, there you go. The creature... Oh, this isn't good. Okay, this isn't good at all. You managed to convince the creature, at least for now, to ease up a bit. Together with your Natherson's help. It seems placated for now, which is to say that if you want to run away at this point, it will let you go without a fight. If you would like to flap them leggies across the floor, that's an option.
Probably the best idea.
Cool.
Probably best to like it.
I mean, if you fight it here, it might just smash more of your building.
Best
That's-
case
to be honest-
scenario, it eats its fill and then leaves.
I have a feeling we're not going back to that building.
Yeah, we could.
If you
That'd be a
believed in
little
your
more
heart,
fun.
Shatter the horns.
shoot him right in the hecky. Marvelous. I need to get to a certain section. This. Handsome. I'm gonna open this a bunch of times, so I got it all open. Cool. Well, kids, you're on the old road again. Out of Wrathkeep. It will probably leave your home soon enough, but you're here now with your Natherson, who deeply apologizes. After he saw you, he got a bit of an idea. Primarily that you guys were bad news, and that he would need to do something about that.
I mean,
But, you know, seeing all of those creatures dead, he realized that he may have made a mistake.
So you sent a Hydra on us?
to be fair, we didn't make a very good first impression.
So he sent
We
a
did
Hydra
not
on us?
instigate that mandrake. Is it, what mandrake? So we didn't
Mandrake.
instigate that first attack. Okay.
Mandragora. I think
It was
Yeah.
more how you answered his questions afterwards that was important to him.
Yeah,
So
we,
he sent a Hydra on us?
Let's
Hey,
let's
if I could
res-
send hydras at people, I would.
He did not send a Hydra after you specifically, like some sort of assassin. He sent it after the building in general, where, you know, a bunch of hobgoblins were hiding out, who you already killed.
Yeah. It was probably more sending it after them than us, and if we happen to get involved with the hobgoblins, like trying to help them, then that would have been a freebie.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan. Because again, you know, he didn't know if he could trust you, but he did realize that if he sits around too much, things might not go too well. So he thought, I'm gonna put my leggies in it, leggy.
Gotta take the initiative when there's horrible evil going on near your house.
Well, I guess the question is, how many hydras are there around this place?
It's called
More
Witchwood
than
for a
would be
reason, Buckaroo.
Because we found one before, and then there's that.
Actually,
Massive one.
just for context, you found that one like a way back. I think all the way at Neiman Gap. That's like a distance away, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's before the forest. Still, one Hydra is one Hydra too many.
At least one too many that I'd like to encounter.
I mean, Yor was going to lure over a Pyro Hydra, but
Oh, thank Christ.
he didn't want to burn down
Or
the
the
forest in the
equivalent.
process. Hey, listen,
That man
things,
is mad.
things live where they live. That's just the way it is. Well, since you guys seem to have killed all the creatures inside there, or found them all dead, let's not accredit kills to scavengers, as it were.
Yeah.
He would like to know exactly where the hell you're planning to go.
Like we said, we're going to... Where? We're going to Skull Gorge Bridge.
Yeah, that's the next. That's apparently where some chain of command leads. So whoever was giving orders to these guys was based in Skull Gorge.
Like we said we were doing.
Well, how about I
killing
follow
bad
along then?
hobgoblins.
I know the area.
Having somebody with expertise of the terrain and stuff would certainly help. So you're welcome to come if you want.
As a sign of goodwill, since Tyri is all kinds of fucked up, allow me to pull up that poultice that he can pull out of his back pocket. Not Brindle, Drellin's Fairy. That's the people I need. There we go. He slaps this really nice Jill on you.
Oh, that's a
Specially made
juicy
for Hydra
grill.
bites.
That's specific.
Especially made from spider bites?
Hydra bites. Because, you know, he was luring a Hydra over, so he thought, you know what, I'll prepare some of that for today.
At least it's not completely reckless.
At least he didn't lure Hydras without having a Hydra backup plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, your Nathasons, if you want to go to Skull Gorge, it's just a road north. Simple as that.
That is the plan. Just have another.
He wants to know how much you know about Skull Gorge, and also, what are you doing there again?
Well,
Killing
we're,
hobgoblins.
yeah, we've been sent to deal with the hobgoblin problem because apparently the threat is getting to the point where Drellin's Ferry is getting very nervous.
Last time I was around Skull Gorge, I didn't see too much. Just a whole bunch of banners. Well, that was actually not at Skull Gorge. That was like behind Skull Gorge, you know. Behind Cinder Hill.
Maybe they were having a conference or something.
Pretty big conference. You have to shout from flag to flag.
Yeah, we should take care of that.
Marvelous. It's a fresh day. It's time for some encounter rolls. It'll take you a day to get to Skull Gorge, but things may yet happen along the way. Let's see what the dice have to say. It was 66, yes. It was 3 parts of the day. Isn't it nice that 24 hours is divisible by many things? Oh boy. Well, that's a fortuitous roll, I'd say. Which you're going to realize very quickly. As you make your way north, eventually you find yourself stopping.
North by north.
The forest grows more ominous as the dawnway winds through the woods. Slight hills on every side. Come across a spot where a wide track leads away from the road, heading west. A massive effigy of some kind stands here. A 15-foot tall humanoid shape with a sagging, moss-covered frame.
Does
Looks-
my art lore help?
I'll let you get to that in a moment. The thing
So-
looks almost like a giant, crude skeleton. A bird's nest in a massive barrel that served as the effigy's head. So, barrel serves as its head, and there's a bird's nest on top of that. You can see all the little spritzy things sticking out. Well, art knowledge might help you. Sure, go nuts. Might be a territorial marker of some kind. Specifically for giants, probably. That it's like, intimidating by size.
Yeah, Snow goes into a conversation about territorial markers,
However,
boring everyone around him.
you don't
It's
get time
related
to
to the-
consider the details, because in the distance you hear someone yelling at you. A deep and booming voice.
Why does this keep happening?
Well, to be fair, you are standing on what could be a man's doorstep.
Oh, we're not in his house yet.
Does anyone here speak? Let's see. What languages does this guy actually speak? I don't have that one on hand. He speaks. Oh, he speaks quite a few languages actually. Anyone here speak Jotun or Sylvan?
I
Yeah, I
speak
speak
Jotun.
If you speak the language of
No,
the
no.
giants, you can recognize his first opening sentence, which appears to be some sort of battle cry against the hobgoblins that they need to get the hell out of here, or he'll make him a nice big smushy pile. He said,
Sushi.
"I had enough of all you stupid green-skinned idiots. You get off my lawn and you leave me alone."
I yell out, "We're not green skin. We're just."
Which is
We're-
something
we're
that he does
friendly.
notice when he gets close enough. To be
Yeah.
fair, you guys are like mice to him. He's pretty big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like call back like we're no friend of hobgoblins. We're actually trying to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Kind of like put my hands up, no weapons or anything. Like, eh.
Buh. The giant in front of you has a certain sickliness to him. Like he's
Sickliness?
not had a good night's sleep for a while. He leans in a little bit. Been a while since there's been non-screenies around.
Yeah, I get that impression by how much they've made themselves at home around here.
Does this mean that the humans, are planning to do something about it already?
Well, we're the something. Probably not as much help as would be probably preferred, but we're what they've sent.
Would you like a little meal? I was cooking up a little boar.
Sure. I wouldn't turn down a meal with potentially probably one of the friendliest people we've met so far.
He guides you over to a little bit away, where he set up this small encampment. You can tell that the road keeps going west. You don't go that far to where he is, where he would be, or where he came from, or where this is going to, or what this effigy is for. But when you reach this small little encampment, this is a little worst fire. There's a big boar on it, which you can't imagine is too nourishing to a guy his size. Although it is a dire boar, it's a pretty big one. Aren't dire boars actually like medium size? I don't even know, because I haven't used dire boars ever.
Direballs are pretty big, I think.
Dire boars are large animals, so this thing would actually be would be like a filling meal to him, and probably you could share some with you. Because
Yeah, like a regular boar is probably like just standing on all fours, probably half the size of a person.
this is effectively if one of you guys decided to eat, like, I don't know, a chubby halfling,
Tasty, chubby.
or a human tries to eat a child. Like, it's a lot of meat. You
What's
can
a
share.
halfling?
What's a herfling? What is a hobbit?
They don't exist anymore.
We can't get
Yeah,
the
for
legal
sure.
rights.
I'm doing a little lore dance.
Marvelous. Anyway, this he offers you some fine bites to eat, and again is very interested to hear about the fact that apparently did you say that the people were gonna help out?
Yeah, we cleared out a fort lower there. There was a bunch of them in there. They had a bunch of beasts, like two, a big white wolf and a flying tiger with spikes.
Manticore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and a minotaur.
He asks.
And a horseman. Oh, a cowman.
He would like to ask you another question, though, somewhat more pertinent. Where did the humans of Wrathkeep go?
It
Well-
seems they were destroyed by giants.
Why did
from
why
what
why
we
did
found.
why didn't they finish the job? Why did they leave old Warkon on his own?
I have no clue. There
Wait,
wasn't a
we
whole
know
lot of-
that. Didn't we read that?
Yeah, there was a journal that mentioned they, quote unquote, had dealt with the giant problem and then they were gone. There weren't any other messages after that. And given the state of the keep and the fact that there are a lot of skeletons around, probably something terrible happened.
Yes, but
Could it be the erasure?
they came new though. Was very costly. But man, why can't I just stop coughing? Why is my throat like tickling every 5 seconds?
Yeah, well, soon.
It's like I swallowed a damn hairball. I'm not a cat. I don't go meow or nya.
Yeah.
No, Putty, you're not a kitty.
Oh,
Anyway, let's get back to this fine gentleman. To give you the timeline, he says that yes, they took care of the people at Wrathkeep, but after that, like a whole bunch more people showed up, and they just started clearing house, and that attack already was quite costly. Warkelnaw and some of his siblings stuck around for a bit, and launched like guerrilla attacks, from what you can guess. But the thing that gets you about this whole story, the part that sticks is they did go after his siblings. Like they did launch more attacks afterwards to sort of clean up the last few giants. You know, so they don't start replicating, as giants have a tendency to do when you have more of them. And he's just like, at some point they just stopped. Like out of nowhere, they just gone.
can
Everyone
you tell us
gone.
how long ago?
Quite a while. Very long while. Warkon, unfortunately, does not have a concept of time. I mean, when you're several hundred years old, you tend to lose track of the years.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Would Snow be able to relate that to the erasure?
It's entirely plausible that the erasure caused it. I mean,
That
this
would
guy
explain
lives.
why-
This guy lives
so
far
many
away
people-
enough from most forms of civilization that, you know, it could have just flown him by.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
out here in the middle of nowhere, I doubt you'd notice.
Yeah.
You're not really spending much time around civilization.
I mean, if you're as old as he is, then even if the erasure was like this massive fireball in the sky that scorched all particular life on the planet, he'd still be like, "Oh, just that's pretty. Bye."
Slept through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, humans no longer exist. Kinda.
I'm too
Yeah, that
old
would-
to be here anymore. There's no one for me in this world. And apparently I won't even get to avenge anyone. And now there's these stupid hobgoblins, stupid greenies, making noise, making mess, scaring all the animals. They make me so angry. Well,
Oh.
I shouldn't
I'm
be
sorry,
yelling
man.
at strangers. You have a good time in Witchwood.
It's okay to yell now and then if it's
Ooh.
something you're very passionate about. It's
But-
like a
Monastery, don't please. Let's see. Is this guy huge or his type? Oh no, he's just large. Well, in that case, he ain't eating that boar all that easy. He puts his large hand on your shoulder, which is probably like the size of your head, if not more. And he shakes us. Be very careful. I have seen something up north, near the big bridge. I think it's a dragon.
great.
No?
Again,
Yes.
what is it with dragons and bridges?
Well, to be fair, it's a hugely advantageous position for a dragon.
Yeah,
Not
What
just
is it with dragons and dungeons?
Not just dragons, though. There's also other things there. Lots of greenies. and flaming hounds and these tall, scaled things. They're all green too.
Do you think the dragons are leading the green people?
Maybe. It yells a lot.
It's an angry dragon?
Probably barking orders.
But you want to know a weird thing about the dragon? I go
Yes.
to the river sometimes, and I don't see it. I see it fly to the bridge, and then it's gone.
It changes its form?
Or it's in some sort of...
So possible. There are definitely rumors and talk of such, like dragons that can change form. So maybe he went invisible. Maybe he just goes inside and there's like a little cubby hole for him to hide in. He sticks his head out of
Maybe
this
it's
window that's exactly the size of his head.
Mm.
Maybe
You know
it
what it
turns
looks
into a
like.
humanoid.
A little blep. Mip.
But if you go to bridge, you be very careful. There are lots of greenies there. There are way more
Sounds like we
greenies
need-
beyond the ridge too.
Sounds like we need some kind of plan. Just charging in when there's that much opposition is probably going to get us killed.
Yeah, maybe if we just cut off the head of the snake, it falls apart, disbands.
I mean, you know, I technically can't tell you anything without a roll because this is something that has a cost and can fail. So if you want me to, I can give you an answer, but I need a roll of some kind. Even if it's just
What
like
do
your
I roll?
intelligence, like if you can put A and B together, or wisdom to see if, it looks like they would. Because so far, they have been disciplined enough.
Wait, you just roll to private first, right?
Sure. Well, I mean, not technically. This is just to see if you can put A and B together. Technically, you could formulate your own theory, and that's fine too, but... I love you of art lore, Sonago. This is the best. If you ever find a cool painting, got it covered.
Alright.
So is it society or diplomacy or...
I think society is appropriate for this. I mean, if I ask for an int roll, I don't mean like a flat int roll. I mean like... It's a different kind of check, because an intelligence check never adds your modifier, and I think the Pathfinder 2 made a big mistake with some of its design documents by having this focus on level. But so, giving it a big think, putting like your hand under your fist and sitting there for like a moment, you have, so far, consistently fought the goons first, and then went for the boss. But you remember that ambush. And when you killed the big boss, all of them were like, whoa. These guys have morale. They are definitely well-trained soldiers. But once the big, strong guy in the group gets fucked, they're like, yeah, no.
Bye.
And they just scoot the hell out of there.
They definitely seem to be led by fear to some extent.
Or at the very
Sorry.
least, led by the certainty that they're going to win, because the big boy is still there.
Yeah, it's proving you're stronger than the strongest.
Yeah, we just need to
make-
cut off the big boys and then it's done.
Yeah, but that's going to be challenging when you're getting attacked by a billion gnats at the same time.
Yor kind of pokes you, and he does know a lot about this place. Maybe he knows more. Like, apparently this guy's been around that area. Maybe he knows more?
Do you know any
Yeah.
creature that would help us? Like if you lure a bunch of hydras there or something?
Yor can try to lure a Hydra in, but it would take some time to do it. It's not something you do overnight.
Yeah, that kind of thing needs some planning.
But he will do it. Let me put it like this: he'll do it for you. He'll organize it with you with off-screen organizational skills. He'll get that Hydra for you over there if you want to. But the Hydra attacks whoever the hell it wants, and he won't be in your party until he meets up with you again after that. So.
Also, I believe we're on some amount of a time crunch, given the map said they were going to attack Trellan's Ferry at some point. It said attack day 5, and that's questioning what day it would be now.
Well, let me have a lot of look-see.
Well, we're kind of on the road that they would have to go through, I think.
Yeah.
You know what?
We'd probably see them march.
So does anyone here have knowledge of warfare?
No.
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 Marshall, I thought. Well, fantastic. Well, you have Sarenrae lore. Maybe that can help. That's close
Maybe
enough.
Maybe God knows.
No, I mean like Sarenrae is like the fighty god, right? The good,
To
awful good
some
one.
extent. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Sarenrae would know something about warfare. There's probably some cool stories in there.
Can't seem to choose to roll this secretly.
So again, you
So-
put your fist under your chin as you give it a moment. You must take the thinker pose to think properly. Well, it seems that if you do take the thinker pose, you do have the good ideas. Because as you mull this over, what would be the start of a campaign when you have everyone ready to start marching? So you think about this in like the grand terms. A campaign starts when you have your army ready. So if you can figure out when they've gathered the army, you can figure out when day one begins. And
Yeah.
considering that this guy that Yor brings up, like, well, I saw when I was there a while ago, I saw people like planting flags, and this giant has been there recently too. Maybe
Yeah,
you
they
can
were
figure something
planning-
out.
Are
They
they
were
in
planting
march
flags,
formation?
and there were a lot of hobgoblins behind the bridge.
Well, not that.
Which meant they
Well,
had-
when I say a lot of hobgoblins on the bridge, if you want numbers, he's like a dozen or so. Like not an army.
No, he said like even more behind that.
Yes, even more behind
So
him.
Can I have a question for the giant man?
You can go ahead. He might even have answers for you.
So this bridge, the Skull Gorge Bridge, is the only one that they can go through if they want to attack Drowned Ferry, right?
Let me.
The fastest one.
Yor will pitch in as the two of them basically answer over each other, and you get this mixed conversation before one of them decides to start speaking on their own. And it's Yor. Well, that's it. Let's give the old giant a go. Well, it would be a long detour to get around Skull Bridge. It's the only bridge in the area. Not many roads. So, together with Yor, you postulate that if Skull Gorge Bridge was destroyed, it would be like a 3-day delay if you had a whole logistics infrastructure that needed moving.
And if their army is on the bridge while we do that, at least a part of it.
That is a horrible idea for so many reasons. Because I want you to understand this. An army on the move is on the move, and they have dragons, apparently. So, you detonate that bridge, you better be hidden or ready to get the fuck out of there.
yeah, we need like a lot of prepared explosives at a long range.
Like, Yor goes, what the hell are you talking about, man? You don't get close to an army unless you have a very good plan.
Yeah. Plus, setting that kind of thing up beforehand would require us to, be invisible to stop anyone from noticing.
Since
and
none of you
also
decide to ask the
hide
pertinent
well.
questions here, Yor's going to ask, like, if you had a Hydra, and you had him, and you had him, and you had those guys over there, could you take the bridge? And the giant's like, I'm not a tactician. Maybe.
I think we would be in with a chance if we had enough muscle and we got
Explosives.
there early.
So after gathering some more information, what you can get is that the army behind the theoretical army behind Cinderhill, because none of them has seen the actual army yet. Would, if Skull Gorge Bridge was attacked, could not interfere in time. Like whatever combat took place, whatever time it takes to set up a bomb, you have an alchemist. Wink.
Yeah.
You most definitely could attack the bridge, loot the place, plant a bomb, and leave before any organized attempt to fight you could be set up. Assuming the army is even ready to move to begin with.
Yeah, that would probably be the best course of action. If we rush the place, set everything up before the army, like, fully mobilizes, just deal with whatever's on the bridge at the time.
What is this distance, if I may know, from here to here?
You want to know how wide the bridge is? What's
No,
what's
from this like forested area to the bridge.
Why do you want to ask me that?
If there are enough explosives on the bridge and there's a fireball fired from down below there, would that do anything?
Wait, is this scale? Well, I guess is this scale correct?
I don't think
Like,
it is. I will tell you
It's
how
not,
wide
Because
Skull Gorge.
otherwise it would be 2 miles, 2 mile distance.
So Skull Gorge Bridge is only like 10, 15 feet wide. It's gonna be a squeeze for an army, and you'd kill like what, 10 to 20 people. Armies
Oh,
are bigger than that.
I should have asked that first. Okay, never mind. The bridge is too small. I
It-
just wreck the bridge first.
It's a sensible bridge. God damn
The
you,
bridge is
sensible
too
architects!
I mean, this far from civilization, it's not going to be a gigantic stone dwarven masterpiece.
On the plus side, it makes it easier to blow up.
Yeah.
Point is,
Yeah.
blowing up the bridge would still massively impede their progress. So, your Nathan offers to get you that Hydra if you plan to attack the bridge. If you don't, you got some other plan that's better, like maybe sneak in and blow it up subvertly. Because what really matters is that that bridge blows up. But, you know, a dragon's horde probably has some cool stuff in it. Wink, wink. Assuming the
Yeah,
horde's
I
even
feel-
there. Like, that's a big assumption.
Should we attack and another dragon?
Do you have another dragon?
Yeah, like, should we attack this dragon? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we already fought one.
Yeah, that's
Um,
another now.
If you gather some information from this guy and make an Arcana check, you might be able to puzzle together what kind it is.
Wait, let me do
Arcana check. Let's go.
Arcana
that was
check,
horrible.
Let's go.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, Can I hero point that?
Yes, you can hero point that.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what I did, so.
How about you
Oh, wait.
keep that hero point because Snoggle is about to, like, you're like, wait, if I, and then Snoggle just slaps you and goes, I have the answer. I'm just being nice here. It is probably a young green dragon by the description. Something you could take, probably not with a whole bunch of hobgoblins nearby, and that green thing that he's talking about is probably one of those green spawns, those big reptile guys you fought in the forest that one time, who set up an ambush for you.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the hobgoblins are probably your least concern in that fight.
Yeah. Well, they've kind of become less and less of a concern as time's gone on.
Now that being said, Yor is a skilled fighter. He's like level 5-ish. He's not. He's close to what you can do. He's close to what you can do. He's not on level. I think actually he's on level because I think player character might level -1 is what your monster level would be because fuck logic. If you had a means of quickly getting her, the captain of the guard would probably have helped, but that's way too far. Warkernaw is like a level 7 creature. Pretty tough fight for you to handle on your own, but not impossible.
Wait.
Also, he's a giant and he can huck rocks.
I was about to be like, Giant Man, do you want to come with us to glorious battles against dragons?
Hey, if you want a guy who has 120 range increment, I could throw a rock like a champion. Sure. You know what? He's like, you know what? These guys have been fucking with my forest for too. These men have been making a mess of my forest for so long,
Get off
and
my
I'm
lawn.
done living. So if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out in a blast.
That's the spirit.
Wait, that was a
Also,
natural
and he
one?
tells you this, he knows of a way of forcing dragons to stay on the ground.
You can land dragons?
No, he has Earthbind. He has, as a forest giant, he can command essentially growth to spawn on something, and those growth then weigh down and tangle things to the ground.
That would be
Sexy.
very handy at finding something that can fly. Because I sure as heck can't. One of us can.
So don't forget,
Kinda
a massive
tight,
advantage
too.
you guys have is that since you're the ones who are instigating this fight, don't forget that you have time to set things up.
Yeah.
Often forgotten huge benefit. If you're the one starting a fight, you get to say when the fight starts.
We can choose to start the fight when most of the rounds are out already, so there are not as many people in there.
Ah, that's a good one. Or, you know, you could always do the trick where you throw like a glass bottle and then you watch the guy go like, wait a minute, where did that bottle come from? And then you pull him into the bushes. Assassin's Creed style.
And then the other guy's like, huh, must have been the wind.
flipping.
God
coins
damn it,
around.
Jim. If you want to take a potty break, you can just tell me. Oh, man.
We can poison their bra.
Again, we're not poisoning anything. It's kind of horrible.
Jor tells you that poisoning the well is a possibility, but the problem is that the well's on the other side, so you'd have to cross the bridge somehow.
No, not
Yeah.
well. Some kind of cooking thing they have. I don't want to poison the well. Maybe it goes into the river stream and fucks up people. No.
Yeah, again, not poison.
Listen, if you're facing overwhelming odds, I'm sure Shanra will let you look the other way just this once.
Still, I'm
You don't have
being
to.
good.
You don't have to deploy the poison.
Well, Sarah will look the other way. Your own personal morals are still your own. Like, you can still be like,
Yeah.
well, my god's okay with it. Doesn't mean I am.
Yeah, I don't
the
think that.
Hydra. I'm sorry.
That you can aggressively waggle your finger at the party.
I don't think. I think poison's the answer.
Why does Mario wiggle his finger when he's want to fight in Paper Mario? I don't get it. It's...
Because he's telling God that they need to try harder to kill him.
Take that, Miyamoto.
I guess the Hydra friend over here can bring me some kind of plants that are super poisonous.
Ooh. Yours is a good idea. What if he takes the Pyro Hydra to, like, the back of the camp? So he takes that Hydra, brings him to the other side, somewhere along the river, upriver or down, or upriver, yes. And then he just hits him in the back, so their attention is turned that way. Then he flanks him from the other side, on the other side of the bridge. And then you guys make the attack from the front while they're distracted.
It's definitely an idea. Like,
Yeah.
flanking will give us a great advantage in a surprise attack.
And while a bunch of little ones are fighting the Hydra, we can kill the dragon.
If you're confident that you can, one, arrange that, and two, survive it.
So Yor does ask a question of, like, old Warco and all that. Okay, you know, at this point I'm actually tempted to show you the map for Skullbridge. I'm just going to pull up that file I got. Because at this point I'm just going to show you what it looks like. He's going to ask Warco also, are they in the towers? You know, because this is what the map looks like. That's Skull Gorge Bridge. A few hundred feet across. No, that's not even a few hundred feet, but it is a significant gorge. I don't think anywhere it's mentioned how deep it is, but it's 100 feet across. So there are these massive towers, and if I remember correctly, they're like several hundred feet high. So getting up and down those things takes a while. You don't just walk down those on like a hot turn.
Got a lot of stairs to run down.
God damn it, why do I always have to take those stairs? And man, if you trip and fall on those stairs, you're probably going to come down, hitting the ground real hard. Oh. This is a really cool picture, but I can't show you yet because it kind of spoils some important details. But man. Like it. Also, I love that it has the cutest little thing. I like that a lot. I'll get to that next time, but for now. It's 100. Okay, the gorge is 150 foot deep, so there's a chance you might land in the water and take a little less damage.
Whatever you do, don't fall in.
You just learn how a supply spell prepared easy.
I'm gonna repeat this. This section is poorly laid out because I cannot find how tall those towers are. Even though, you know, kind of important to know how long it takes a person at the top of those towers to their way down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be so angry if it's located in like this section that just talks, you know, the read aloud. 100 feet wide, its narrowest point. Ooh. 4 towers are 40 feet high. There we go. Cool. 40 foot high. So how high are the stairs? They're like 10 feet per. Ugh, that's steep.
Yeah, it's like 4 stories.
That's like greater difficult terrain to move down. That's like a whole turn just to get like 3/4 of the way. Yeah, point is, if the people that are guarding this place are in the towers, they'll take a while to get down.
Hmm.
So if they want to engage in melee, they're shit out of luck.
Well, if they're at the top of the towers, they're probably not going to want to engage in melee. and longbows.
Can
and
you
stuff.
fly multiple people?
No, it's just me.
Unfortunately, his powers are elementally bound to his blood, as it were.
Well, Terry could definitely at least attempt to take one of the towers and get the high ground.
How tall are the towers?
40 feet.
Yeah. So you could fly up there in one turn. Granted, you have the spell prepared beforehand.
I mean, I have jump, but I don't know if that's high enough.
Jump. I think that just...
Jumps,
How much does jump help?
I think it's like...
I think 30.
Yeah, I think 30.
Let's take a look-see. You can jump 30 feet in any direction. You must land... Okay. I'd say that you could probably jump all the way to the top. In that case.
I mean, I do have widen spell. Would that help me?
No. Your legs do not become extra thick as a result of that. Now, you could jump up there. Like, we'll just say for the sake of convenience that you could hold out your fingies and pull yourself up. Fingies.
Yeah, then I think I can take one tower myself as well.
Depends on who's up there.
I mean, I have enough fire to kill anything.
Plus, that would be one less high ground for them to have. Raining
Definitely.
arrows down on us.
Definitely.
So that seems like somewhat of a plan. We've got Core and the Hydra coming up from behind. We have ranged support from our giant friend. We have Tiri taking one of the towers, and then Snogu, Evie, and I will take the front. And afterwards, Evie rigs the place to explode.
Marvelous.
I feel kind of bad incorporating Rain's steps into these plans when they're not here.
Well, I mean,
But
they can provide their own commentary when they're ready.
yeah,
So yes.
we can always adjust the plan beforehand.
I wonder what kind of creature it would take to... Because, you know, it would always be very helpful if you could go back to town and get some help that way, but that's way distance out there. And you can definitely tell that Yor is constantly, like, considering that option. Because you see that moment like, wait a minute, if I... No, I can't do that. And it makes him so angry. If only
Hydra
Nish...
boy, how fast can you move through the forest?
Who are you asking?
Hydra boy,
Hydra boy.
the plant man.
Okay, so your Nathan has 30-foot movement speed. So, I need to look up what overland movement looks like in Pathfinder 2e because I know that overland movement has changed a bit. Cool. No, overland movement. Wilderness travel. If I yell at the game, it will eventually just tell me the answer. Well, I'll look this up in a moment, but he can move pretty fast. He also can move through the forest unimpeded because it's his forest. He knows this place. Wink.
Could you get to Drellin Fair in time to give us some reinforcements?
You know what, I'm going to say for the sake of expediency right now that it would take him a day or two to do that. So if you want to wait a day or two, you can do that. But, you know, what can you really get? Like, the militia back in town isn't that good. The best person there is the town guard, who's like a level 6-ish, so level 7 character-wise. You know, one of those promotions out in the big town who got sent to a small town to make sure that everyone there is up to code. Like, I don't want to be promoted to this back one. It's like, listen. They put their hand in your face and they go, shh, don't worry about it.
Realistically, if we wanted to ask for that, it's either that or the Hydra.
You can't do
And-
both. Both.
And honestly, I think a wild Hydra just clearing out a whole bunch of goons while we give it space is probably more effective than just one.
So as you
guard.
consider this, there is one thing that you might want to consider, which is, while they're doing that, maybe you could try to train up a bit.
That is a point.
How much would
What-
level 7
what-
help you guys?
A lot.
You would get a new spell level, right? Yeah, you could even take fly if you wanted to. Expert spellcaster, skill increases, general feats. Those look mighty tasty to me.
Okay. What can we go fight here now so we get stronger?
Well, first and
But,
foremost, you're going to get 140 experience points right now because you overcame the Hydra and you're what's supposed to be an encounter, but he isn't, and you're like, hey, nice friends, shake hands, shake, shake. So go with that. Oh, weapon specialization would also be a huge boon. Armor expertise.
Yeah, weapon specialization. Armor expertise would definitely help.
I don't
So we are
need you to
great
be
men
even
now.
tougher. Also,
we
you
are
get
great
the
men.
freaking resist. What does plate mail protect against again? I think it was cutting.
Yeah, slashing.
Jesus
You get
Christ.
like 3+1 slashing resistance.
Yeah, you get 3 slashing resistance. Doesn't sound like much, but never underestimate the power of a little bit.
Hey, any amount of less damage that I can take, the better.
Oh, baby. Oh gosh. Your alchemist would get Iron Will, but what I like is what is a perpetual infusion? Oh, those are those infinity things they can do, right?
What would my AC be after that? It would be
Yeah.
30 with my shield up.
So, at that point, your chirurgeon can indefinitely make antidotes and antiplagues. That's not very helpful. Well, I mean, you're dealing with a green dragon, though. Isn't green dragon poison?
Acid. Oh,
Ah.
no, I don't know. I don't know for Pathfinder. I'm talking
I-
about D5.
I remember that they made one
no.
of the dragons poison for once.
A green dragon is poison. Black dragon is acid. If I remember correctly.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That makes sense.
Let's see. Green dragon is indeed poison. Let's see if either of those items help against that. This is Eevee essentially being like, can I be useful? Be lovely.
Probably.
Maybe it's an elixir. Antidote. Antidote. Upon drinking answers, gain a fortitude save against poisons for 6 hours. Even the lesser variant is +2. Which, if you're going to get hit with a breath weapon that does a whole bunch of poison damage, never hurts. Do do do. Do do do. Well,
Hey,
oh yeah, I was looking up overland travel rules for boys. Bum ba bum. Movement. Movement types. Speed. But where is movement overland if you take a big step? Step, step, step.
I wonder if they have maybe any other outposts in this forest so we can take care of that. Other than school guards.
Outposts. Other outposts. Are there other outposts out here? Probably. But I'm looking at... God damn. Where's overland movement? Pathfinder 2E. I'm not asking for frick... Oh, it's called travel speed nowadays. So 30 feet, he can move 24 miles a day. So characters now move slower. Lovely. So since this guy can effectively move in a straight line, yes, it would be like a day back and a day forth. But he could do it. Totally.
It's not worth it. Hydra is better.
Hydra's better. Well, Hydra only takes 1 day, yes. It's also a Pyro Hydra, which, if you would like a plush description of what a Pyro Hydra is, sounds nasty. I mean, according to how he describes it, it apparently it's immune to fire for one. So you have to use acid. Or cold apparently cauterizes the wounds. The
Or
part
just
that
freezes them.
the part of the description that gets you is that apparently it's so hot that anything nearby just gets set on fire. And is a breath weapon, so that's nice. Sounds like a real hoot. At least you're not fighting a red dragon, or it'd be basically useless. So yes. Oh, apparently, at least I'm looking at the Pathfinder 1E sheet because I don't think there is one for 2E. They can't be tripped at all. That makes a lot more sense.
Oh, yeah.
Let me look that up, see if that's in here. Did you know that Hydras are just beasts? How hilarious. No, they're not immune to tripping this time. How weird. I can't believe we got
Freaking
nerfed.
dragons.
Marvelous. I wonder what his overland travel section even is in the pages. Travel speed, exploration. Okay, cool, fine, fantastic, love it. So yes, he can get you a Pyro Hydra, which sounds fun. Downside is it's, you know, it's gonna fuck you up when it's done with whatever it's fucking up over there. Because it's gonna be pissed off and attacking everything in sight. Otherwise, it wouldn't be very useful.
Well, we can always push it in the water off a bridge.
Considering the fact that the monastery seems capable of the stupidest feats, yeah, I guess
I could certainly try.
at this point, I
Depends
think
how
monastery
high
can
it
just pick up the whole Hydra and huck him in there.
Give it a go.
Cool. You know what? Do you think that's a plan, guys?
Seems as good a plan as any.
Then how about you give yourself some extra points? You're gonna get an extra 80 for actually taking the bridge, but for now, give yourself like 30 experience points and a hero point. You know, you've taken preparations, and that hero point is kind of supposed to represent that. You did your necessary homework.
It's the confidence of
It's-
knowing that a plan can come together.
It's like flashbacks. At some point, you can go like, and then 10 years ago, when I was but a wee lad, I prepared for this day somehow.
Oh, what I wanted to ask the natives here.
Yes.
Do you two know of any outposts that we can take care of now before we go take care of the bridge?
Well, there is Vrathkeep. That was like the big outpost that they had set up.
Yeah, that's done.
Depends. How far away do you want to go? Because old Rackamaw does know of a little thing they got set up. So, because this is an army led by people who aren't fucking stupid, they have a backup plan in case the bridge does get blown up. Which involves setting up a small encampment to make sure that the path that they have set up is usable. Heaven hopes that those guys will be remembered when they actually cross the bridge and they're like, listen, hey guys, we don't need you anymore. Otherwise, they're going to be sitting there for a long time.
So we technically should take care of that before taking care of the bridge. So they
He
have
tells
no
you that
options.
there are some tough customers. He's tried himself before and they were kind of tough, which seems to be what you guys are looking for. So something to hype yourself up. We'll call it that. We'll hype yourself up a bit.
Snuggle looks at Tiri and the rest of the group. What do you think?
I mean, if you
Now
guys
they-
just fight 2 level 10 creatures, you'd level up right away. It's just very, very impossible to do that.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah, let's just get
Casually
right
beat.
on that.
It's gonna, well, yeah, he offers you a chance, and also I allow people to level up before they've leveled up completely because fuck it, I don't want you killing one goblin and then the magic happens in the middle of a fight. That doesn't feel good. Marvelous. Well, as I mentioned, he does know of a place nearby where they've set up shop.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Should we take care of that before the bridge or after the bridge?
I think we might have time to take care of it beforehand, and if that were the case, then we could send your back to Drellin.
I mean, this little side venture will at most delay you a day.
Well, he gets the Hydra, we take care of that. So we're going at the same time.
Right, yeah.
Yep.
So
It-
we
it-
don't sit here twiddling our thumbs.
Yeah, that's probably a good use of our time then.
hype
Especially
yourself
if we're
up.
going to blow up the bridge anyway, and then they'd have to use this.
Then we die and everything goes to shit.
Marvelous. Marvelous. Sorry, I'm just having fun doing a little sing song. All right, kids. So your plan is to go over to, it's over here, like at this crossroads. They set up the little camp, and take some names, as it were.
Yeah.
Crack those knuckles. Maybe shake them around a little bit. Give them the old shake shake. Marvelous. I need to find a little map for this because I don't have one on hand, and I have lots of maps, so might as well use one of them. I paid for some of them. I gave money. Give me my money.
Yeah.
This is the part where I
Yeah.
quickly scroll through some things and then say that looks good enough, and then we'll go with that. I want something high and dry. Ooh, I like that one. That's what I'm liking. Okay, that is D. Gotcha. That's what I'm looking for. That's gonna be a fun map to use.
No.
It's a little house.
Yes, it's got little houses on it. How did you know?
Houses. Let's blow up the houses.
Who told you, Dizzy? Who told you?
No, I drew a little house in the map to show where it is.
Oh, you little sneak. If I had a switchblade, I'd pull it on you and I'd use mean words like "nyeh." I gotta figure out the scale for this map. Whoops. What is the scale for this map? People,
scale,
do
man?
not upload a map without including a section that says, by the way, this is how big the square. God damn. Yes, cool. It's lovely that it's an inch, but I need to know how many pixels per inch it is. Probably 70 or 72. That tends to be the standard for a lot of people. Yes, but it's slightly misaligned. Whoops. No. It's a bit bigger than that. It's 140. Yes, did it. Cool. Got him. And now I'm going to take this and
I
replace it.
think at this point you know that we're okay with the slightly misaligned.
No. That's murder. I personally will die seeing that. Token vision, global illumination. Let's say dim light. It's becoming evening.
Evening.
All right, kids.
It's a fancy way of saying evening.
Evening. Evening meat. What are you doing? Yeah. It's becoming evening as you guys make your way over. Good old Racklenaw is going to go gather up some rocks for tomorrow. Say his final amends and all that kind of stuff. He's got personal shit to take care of. Yours scoots off saying that he's going to find that Pyro Hydra. You personally have no idea where he'd find one, considering the forest is not burning down at the moment. But you wish him the best. Probably, hopefully, maybe. Are you nice? Are you gonna tell him to go fuck himself as he leaves, or behind his back like, nah, we're evil.
He's helping us, of course I gotta tell him.
We just became of evil alignment.
Ah, you bastard! Yeah!
Out in the middle of nowhere, a bunch of hobgoblins have set up camp in a crumbling ruin on the edge of the Wistwood. Oh, that's a beautiful house, Dizzy, now that I see it. It's slumped in between several hills, and off to the west you can tell that the landscape is becoming definitely more mountainy, more... Yeah, it's where the mountains are. There are a bunch of recruits here who are, they're not worth anything, but they're here because, an army needs to train its men, and the best way to train them is to throw them out there and tell them to go sort themselves out. By the looks of it, some people have already begun to set up their camps and take their naps. There's like a bunch of these guys sleeping around. But don't worry, they're still worth full points even if they're having a nap.
Am I supposed to not see the map?
You should be able to see the map, but that's because you don't have a token yet.
It's fully black.
Well, how about you give me a moment and I figure this out and I set up all the tokens first.
No.
Okay.
do it now.
I just asked so I know if I should.
You shouldn't
reload or
be
not.
seeing anything right now.
I'm not.
Marvelous. So I'm just making sure that there's enough dudes here for you guys to get what you need. Oh well, we'll just play it by ear. That can only work out right, alright?
What's the worst that could happen?
The party can die, but that's not a problem.
Details.
Okay, the map should technically be dimly lit. Let me see if I made sure that I pushed the right buttons. I did not push the right buttons.
It's super bright. Yeah, it's super bright outside.
Cool. It should be sort of in terms of lighting. It's alright. It'll do. The evening is setting. The sky is getting dark. In fact, I think I can set it to be slightly more reddish.
Yes.
And that's what I like.
But purplish red.
How orange does this make the map? A little... Ah, this is a nice little hue of orange.
Oh, I like it.
Let me make it just a tinge more orange. Yeah, just a tinge.
Maybe if you add some blue to it, it's gonna be cool.
There we go. It's getting evening. Unfortunately, Snuggo's dark vision kind of cancels it out.
Snuggle doesn't get the fun lighting.
Oh, no, Snuggo actually has a light source with him, apparently. Let's turn that off. You don't need one right now.
Oh, I turn off the lights.
I think I'm the one.
Up ahead, you see a campment. It has all the usual paraphernalia. A small fire above which a half-eaten well, not half-eaten, it's like picked clean carcass at this moment. There's several pots which are somewhat cleaned. There's barrels filled with water. The whole place has this campment feel. A bunch of the ruins have these large tarps hung over them so that they can function as locations to sleep. By the looks of it, this camp has been kept semi-clean. There's also those large bugbears, and they're like all sitting against the large fountain having a nap. They seem to just enjoy being in contact with nature, even if it means catching a cold. Although I imagine if you have cold resistance, you're immune to colds.
Sleepy boy.
Logic. Most of them are technically asleep. There is a person on guard who is like taking care of the last few affairs.
Yeah, we can fireball them all.
Okay, cool. I apparently cannot set multiple creatures to have the same status effect. That's very annoying. Oh well, I guess we're gonna have lots of messages about how everyone has a status effect. That's great, thank you, game design. I wish I could click away without that message popping up. That would just be everything that I want in life.
Hey, Diddy, can you actually do something to lure them to a place? Without
Probably.
actually going there?
I mean, if you tried, maybe you could. Who do you want to lure?
Everyone.
Well, doesn't that not change anything?
But then they're all in one spot.
I think a trained military group, and this is probably Monastery telling you this, is smart enough to know to flank a target and
they're
spread out.
probably going to move in some amount of formation. They're not
Yes.
just going to all, like, swarm at us in one big clump.
They're not undead, unfortunately. Undead would definitely do that, as would most vermin.
Yeah. Because undead are horrible and they aren't smart.
Which makes it easier for you. Hell yeah. Anyway. The scene is set.
Okay, let's find positions. Then stealthily.
The most alert person around appeared to be a sergeant and a cleric, and they seem to be discussing... Well, even from here you can tell it's just like, another day tomorrow, huh? Shrug.
Mondays, am I right?
Actually, once you give it a moment's listen, you start to pick up some information that might be useful. In... How much is that? 3. In 3 days, apparently, the army is going to be gathered enough that the official timeline starts, apparently.
Oh, okay.
After that, we have 5 days.
Well, actually, their report says that in about 4 days, they'll use Scarl Gorge Bridge. And after that, they'll reach... Well, actually, as this goes along, can you roll me perception, please? Because they start, like, whispering a bit. One of them goes, in the background.
Blind perception? Or
No, you can tell if you hear it or not.
why did that roll? Oh, because it's still set globally to private.
I'm just going to tell you guys, there's something interesting in here. Apparently, they're still waiting for a report from Wrathkeep about whatever things are going alright over there, which sounds like it might lead to a slight delay.
Oh.
We were smart. We knew what we were doing, you see? We totally didn't do it for 4 gold.
That is all you found. 4 gold. Shoves that stick in his bag.
No, I mean, like we attacked out of like.
Yeah, no, not just
retaliation
for
them
fame and
for
fortune.
gold.
They start having a little conversation by a small little fireplace. Let me just draw a little fire here. Oh man, I love this drawing tool. It just freaks the fuck out.
What is that?
It's supposed to be a little fire. They're standing near a small fireplace, having a little chit chat. They don't like it here. They're a little grumpy, but screw it. They are promised riches and fortune once this all goes down.
If I jump here, will they be able to see me? If it's a slanted roof, yeah. And I'm small.
Where are you jumping?
Here.
Onto the roof.
Onto the roof.
If you're jumping onto the roof, they won't see you. Because people don't look up that much.
Yeah.
This is Nagu just like flip.
Snagu slinks around on the rooftop. They look so small from here. This building, by the way,
Yeah,
is like
no.
1-2 floors. It's a fancy house, if a bit small. On the other hand, you also start to notice that the roof shingles are a little bit wiggly, so be careful.
Well, I'm light, so that should help me.
Cool.
I'm
Well-
just a pigeon in the house.
Okay, so why are you up here? What do you want to do from here?
I want to get a better vantage point later.
Cool. What does everyone else do?
Given I'm like the least stealthy person in the universe, and kind of letting the others get in position before I start moving, because I have the biggest chance of them hearing me clank my way over into a hiding spot.
Clank,
I'm not
clank,
trained
clank,
in
clank,
stealth.
clank.
I'm not trained in stealth at all.
If you're not
I
trained,
should have rolled. I'm trained in stealth, but should I have rolled for it maybe?
no. As I said, they wouldn't have noticed you just jumping onto the rooftop.
Okay.
Not even your spellcasting, since you're behind a building and all, and you have a place to cast it. Oh, it's all somatic, so no, they wouldn't have noticed anything.
A little rocket powered to the.
Rocket shoes. Evie is good enough with
And,
stealth. These guys are not paying enough attention. Like, Evie can just sneak around a little bit and go wherever you think she needs to be.
Let's see how big of a place it needs.
So what is the plan? Because I can't start this fight without you.
I was waiting for Terry to make a decision.
What I can do
sorry.
is put everyone on a combat roll. There you go. Please tell me I can roll initiative. I want to roll initiative. Oh, I just want to push the button. There's so many to
try and
roll.
walk up to that bush.
You cut on over to that bush. There's a small shed ahead of you, a small ruined house beyond that where some dudes are sleeping under tarps. Alright, well, it's up to you when you act. So whoever, you roll initiative, and whoever one of you goes first is where the initiative actually starts. Because that's kind of the response to the whole situation, you know? The world is always in combat, it's just that no one knows the initiative rolls.
Oh my god, I use the stealth initiative as well.
Sure. Alright, who's going to make the first move? You can technically all ready actions and then attack when one person decides to go, or you can all delay and stick together. For now, they seem blissfully unaware of your presence.
Oh well. Do I get everyone if I do this? With widen spell.
Yeah, that'll... Actually, you'll have to move it over a bit, but, yeah, it would be like on an intersection, but yes, it would hit all of them.
Yeah, that'll wake everybody up.
Also, the fireball would wake everyone up. But you'll do a lot of damage, like you're getting a lot of mileage, man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna blow everyone up.
Rare is the time a fireball hits 9 targets.
Yeah, that's about as juicy as they get.
Snagu, please revel in it.
Yes.
Are you
it
ready for the
goes.
very loud group reflex roll?
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious. I don't want to measure anything. I want to select people. Thank you. 17. Ugh. This is why I want that extra level, man. Jesus Christ. Well, I think I'm just
They
gonna
all fail.
I'm gonna
They
remove the
all failed.
recruits. They are all just dead now.
They're recruit-shaped smears on that wall.
No,
just
that whole
ashes
section
below.
of campment just blows up. Like there's probably some alcoholic beverages that caught fire. Like there's just explosions and it's just burning now. That leaves us with the people who actually have a chance of not dying. That is-
You know what's gonna be my signature spell for the third level?
Yeah, we're all aware.
Okay, well they all take the maximum damage, and combat proper starts. The guys who are sleeping against the fountain, they shake themselves awake out of their little stupor. They also get shaken awake by the hotness that is happening. Man, look at the initiative; it cleared up real nice with that one fireball. The fireball is just a fireball. There is spellcasting and all, but there is a cleric in the camp. And this guy isn't trained enough to know what magic is, like what magic is being. So he's like, ugh, stop casting spells. This Blood Ghost Berserker is a little bit sluggish at first. He has to pull himself up. He has to pick up his weapon. And then he has to get mad. And actually, he's not going to get mad quite yet. He's just going to look around and see what's up. Snagu, are you in cover at all? Like, did you hide at all up there?
I'm behind the pillar thing.
Like, if Snagu is hiding, then this guy has to make a perception check to figure out you're there. Also, I'm going to turn up your volume a bit because you're actually a bit quieter than I thought you were.
Okay, do you want me to roll a stealth check actually now?
No, because he's going to roll perception against your stealth DC.
Oh no. Ah, okay, yeah.
He's like looking around, seeing if he can spot anything, and no, he doesn't. So he stomps his foot in raw anger. Evie is over here. Hi. Evie, I wish you weren't a bloody alchemist who I had to run. They're not easy to pick up and play. Dwarven Daisy.
Dwarven Daisy?
That's a
That sounds like a song.
it's a bomb. Bomb?
Hey
Daisy?
there, Dwarven Daisy.
I think Dwarven Daisy is the one that dazzles the target. Ooh, nah, you know what? They're gonna wait a bit. They only have so much range, and just gonna sneak over here, as it were.
Skitter, skitter, skitter.
Well, that knife of theirs is pretty deadly.
As
Oh.
we've learned.
Also, they're gonna
70 step.
so stealth. No one notices that they're there. They're slinking a little spider. The sergeant is angry. He just got burnt. He's still a little scorchy. Unfortunately, there's only so much he can really do, because his men are still asleep. And when he notices that his recruits are down, the first thing he does is he takes up his weapons and arms, and takes the handle of a sword and sort of clanks it against his shield. No, wait, he has a bastard sword. He doesn't. Oh, he has a shield. I forgot bastard swords are not two-handed, not great swords. So he clanks the sword against his shield, trying to get everyone up. That won't really help, but it does establish attention that they're under attack. Something. Cheery. What a blast.
You know. Another one. Let's go for it.
Let it be known that Fireball that was titillating that day.
2 for the price of 1.
Ooh, nice.
Wow. 1 actually 2 actually.
Oh no, I thought that was damage. Never
All
mind.
the berserkers fail.
Oh, nice.
Spicy.
Oh wait, I forgot these guys have like resistance to fire 5, so they get 10 hit points back. But hey, screw it, man. They're still pretty scorchy.
That's still like 22 damage total.
The other guys, on the other hand, they both succeeded, but they still take half. The cleric is looking very, very tired now. That took a lot out of him to get exploded twice. No, I don't want to go back to the start initiative board. I want to go to this guy. Now the 2 spells have gone off, and there's this roar of flame, and probably like the distant scream of death. The next Red 9 monk is not going to stay in sleepy, because he wants to know what the hell this ruckus is about. This guy, there he is. I don't think he can see Terry, so he'll just kind of run around wondering what the hell's going on. He gets up, runs around. He has his axe. Yes, he has an axe. Axe in his hand. He's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. A dude jumps out of a window. Although,
no.
judging by the... No, wait, excuse me. This guy I think was already asleep, excuse me. He's waking up. He's gonna wake up, get his blades, and be like, whoever this is, I'm gonna get him. This Red 9 monk has had enough of all this noise. He is gonna wake up. He's just like, come on, man, I'm trying to... And then he gets up real slow and stretches. Doesn't even notice the spider behind the wall next to him. How would he? Monastery. They're taking their sweet time getting on their feet. You might just be able to take them out before they even know what's going on.
Real question is, can I... Probably move there for first movement. And then, yeah, I can get in range.
The Berserker is elated to see an actual target.
Actually, since I'm probably the only one that can see at the moment, I'm going to get my stance up first. Just kind of like taunt them over. Dang it.
That is a
See the
success.
cone I put down.
Oh, okay.
Don't forget, your DC at level 6 is 22.
And then I bang on my shield back at him, and then like try and beckon them towards me.
Hey, yo, come and get me, yo, 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 yo.
You want a piece of this?
This guy's like, yes, I want a piece of that. Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I don't think he'll
Yes,
be able to
please.
reach you. Yeah, he can't reach you. In fact, I think he has to walk a really awkward way around this fountain. Yeah. He walks over there, and then he gets caught in the debris. Because the debris does work like debris. Difficult terrain. Be careful with that. The cleric, they don't have a lot of spells left, and they're really not made for mass-scale healings. Oh, they didn't even prepare any healing spells. They
Count on a cleric.
Since they can only see you. No, wait, I think the distance on this is too... Oh, they gotta get closer to use that. Oh, man. You're more to the...
Perfect placement.
He steps a little closer. I think he can hit you now. Yes, good. And he casts command, telling you to stop being mean.
I'm like at a 50-50 shot.
Actually, you have a 55 cents because you have to match or exceed.
Oh yeah.
No.
How about no?
You're just like,
Computer says nah.
and I said no.
And then the rest of the song plays.
Snuggu, it's your turn again. Hey, what do you want to do with that?
Oh, I just want to, be casual about it,
Second verse, same as the first.
Let me roll the reflex saves first. Ooh, still no critical
Ooh.
successes, despite all the rolls. I mean,
Number 17.
your fireball is pretty exciting. Let's see, who succeeded? The Red Knight Cleric succeeded. I think he's still going to go down. No, he's very close, though. If he had failed, that would have been it. The Sergeant's the one who failed. The other ones all succeeded. So the Sergeant also failed, takes full. These guys take half. And then
They take half of half, the Berserkers.
Well, they're all like a little bit scorched now. This Red Knight Monk has had enough. He wakes up. Gets up and stretches. Gets his combat groove on, as it were. Monks do not need to wear weapons, but they do need to stretch real fast, or else they're going to pull a muscle when they start fighting. This man's so excited he gets to fight someone. He runs towards you. Actually, I don't think he can make it to you without spending 2 movement actions, so he's just going to walk around that.
It's like Christmas morning.
And he, like, runs at you screaming, which is to say that his blood rage goes active. He's like, oh yeah!
Oh my god.
Man, these boys are just happy to be.
Finally some action! Oh yeah! I'm gonna enjoy tearing you a limb from... Evie's turn.
I'm gonna tear your limb from Evie's turn. I like that. I really like that.
Evie, I think, takes a -2, but this guy's like a weenie, so...
Meanwhile, baby.
I'm a little baby, short and stout. Somehow missed that guy. Takes 2 splash. He's like, what? Oh no! Get that guy! Hobgoblin Sergeant. I think he can bark orders. Any friendly hobgoblin creatures? I don't think Blood Rage characters are friendly anymore. That's more meant for like his dudes. I don't think any of them really want any of that. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? He's just gonna walk in there and try to glare you down. He moves in a bit closer, gives you that firm stare. Doesn't scare you at all. And then he continues to move forward very cautiously. He wants the Blood Berserkers in front of him, so he's gonna sort of stay out of the way. Tiri.
I'm going to cast Wall of Thorns.
Ooh, nice.
Show me the wall.
It's a 60 feet long wall.
But where's?
Is that susceptible to fire?
This doesn't mention it. So yeah, just like that.
Huh. Sure, why not?
It doesn't pass to any creature objects. Okay, so no. So just
Sure.
through there.
Just leave it there. Just leave it there. There's a big wall in the way now, and creatures cannot cross through that.
They cannot, but they would get stabbed a lot.
Well, once these guys are angry enough, I don't think they're going to care about getting stabbed along the way. They're going to rush straight through it. In fact, that's what this guy's going to do. So, it's difficult terrain, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he has to go here. Ish. That's like a one movement action. That's 10... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He has to spend all 3 of his actions and go through the wall just to end up adjacent next to Monastery. He's like, oh, yeah. Midway through his running towards you, the wall comes up, so he just kind of stumbles into it. Roll me the damage. Ow. He's so excited about this. Like, oh, man. There's someone in a window somewhere who's like looking out, sees a wall, and goes, I'll give it a minute. This Red 9 monk has stretched. And, well, his boss is over there. So logically, he would also go over there. That makes sense, right? That's perfectly sensible.
Yes, boys, get in the same place.
He hasn't
See-
gotten orders yet, so he's just gonna.
Just like
Wait
what's
for
going on.
orders.
He sees a wall of thorns. Can you see through the wall?
If you can walk to it, you can probably see through it.
No. Wait.
You can?
No.
Uh,
People have cover from either side, so it's like it's hard to see through.
I mean, hard to attack through. You can probably see.
Considering
through.
there's like 3 people and a wall, he doesn't see Monastery quite yet. So he's just like, hey, boss, what's up?
Ebworth.
Monastery, you have 2 friends now.
2 whole friends. Wow. Just gonna.
Yeah, Snoku can probably see over it at least.
Yeah, it's only 10 foot high, and this house is like 20-ish.
I was just looking at the conditions to see if there was any way for me to remember how I had Marshall. Oh well. Gonna stab the guy down the bottom first.
This guy should have more than just...
You gotta do what?
I'm gonna stab the bottom.
Don't
Okay.
poke him in the butt.
That's what I.
That's what I said. Da-da-da-da-da.
Ooh, the things are bigger now. Tank thingies.
And
I need to-
then another one. That's a twofer. And y'all know the drill with the shield and the stuff.
Marvelous. This is... Oh, shit. I just did... Oh, no, I just did a token, didn't I? Oh, da frickin' hell. I had to make some alterations, because the sheet technically isn't done yet. Mostly... Not in the big sense. Mostly, like... I copied the necessary information, but I never adjusted for some things.
Wow.
Listen, when I make monsters, I want to have a little bit of flair. And the base monster that I base this off of doesn't have a lot of flair. He doesn't have that spadazzle, that moment of mwah, that beautiful.
Doesn't have a handful of glitter thrown in his eyes.
Listen, if a character doesn't start with glitter dust as his main spell, what are you even trying to do here, sir?
Yeah, you gotta make an entrance.
You must impress the proletariat. Anyway, you were
Sorry?
beating up this man in front of you.
Yeah,
Below
and
one.
twice in the face.
Oh God, poor guy. Ah, ooh, he feels that one. However, it also makes him angrier. Also, no, red hobgoblin is only if it takes bleed damage.
Yeah.
Lucky for you. This guy is honestly kind of angry that the wall's in the way and now most of his boss is in the way, so he's just gonna go through this half-burning tent. If anything proves
Couple
that these
cloud
guys are
ashes
nuts,
in it.
it's that. He then also enters his rage. Roar. Roll me damage. 3d4 for the wolf, please. Ouch.
Oof, ouch, eat, ooh.
He's also very angry now, so he gets 10 temporary hit points. But yeah,
He
Am I-
got 8 temporary hit points.
he got 1. You only get 1.
Everybody gets 1.
This cleric makes a quick estimate on who over there looks like they're most successful. Then he realizes that instead of casting spells, maybe he should die for cover. So, see ya. Before he does that, though, he will cast Forbidding Ward on Monastery and this guy. So that guy gains a +1 status bonus to armor class saving throws against you, Monastery. Haha. Also, do not forget,
no.
these guys have, I think, -2 armor class from being angry. -1. Okay. Cancels out then. Also,
Plus, like,
I don't know if he still
have
counts as a target now that he's big angry, but we'll just roll with it. Snaku.
Yeah.
see that cone.
There we go. No, not like that.
Snagu's gonna move over on the roof and breathe some fire.
No, I'm trying not to burn monastery and get all the guys.
You're not gonna do that without hitting Monastery.
Yep.
Also,
Monastery, I'm so sorry.
you're like up above, so I'm gonna say you can hit those 4 guys. Not this guy. This guy's like a weird place, but the other guys you can all hit.
Okay, then I'm just gonna go for those.
Yup.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for those.
Cool. Show me the goods.
Wait. I'm gonna.
If you do 30 damage, it will also destroy part of the wall.
Oh, I'm gonna do this. The error needs to be placed.
Oh,
There's those
a
crits.
crit.
There's those crits.
Oh my god.
They all make it.
The Red Knight Monk is baller, but not baller enough. And one of the Berserkers, I don't know which one it is. We'll just say it's the one the Monastery was beating up earlier. Cool. Well, they're starting to look a bit peeved. The monk notices you up there, Snagu.
Yeah, I was about to move myself. Thank
Oh,
you.
whoa, what's this?
This guy gets out, sees the cleric hiding and half scorched to death.
Find the dragon. There's a dragon in this place.
Yeah, he did hear that, and he wants to know what red dragon is causing all this ruckus. Let's see. Well, you know what he's gonna do? He sees Snagu breathing fire down. Well, let's put it like this. This guy does some wacky ass stunts over here.
Ooh.
So,
Sick.
I don't know how to explain this, but he jumps on the ruined walls, uses it as some cover. Essentially, next turn, with 2 actions left, he'll land on the rooftop next to Snagu. But for now, he's like mid-transit as the turn progresses.
He's flying.
He's a monk. He does big stunts. Gosh darn monks.
Now if I hit him with
Hydraulic push,
he
yes.
fly away.
He will definitely. he will take like 10 falling damage.
Smack him out of the air. No, none of that shit.
This guy, I
That
think, is raging.
brutally bullshit out of here.
He's raging and he's spinning to win.
He's definitely
Damn, that was a
Crits,
crit.
Jesus.
Bam.
Ooh.
Did,
That's a lot of damage.
how is that 40? So that's 16. Plus,
Times 2. Oh, times 2.
oh, that's the trick. Monastery hits like a truck. How about we forgo that?
Ow.
Should have had your shield, man.
I mean, I do, but I'm not taking that much damage to my shield.
Eevee can't do much from here, so they'll just kind of creep around a bit. They saw that cleric run off over there. They're gonna sneak in here. Effectively, Eevee's doing some stealth maneuvering back here. Because, hell, if you got a good stealth, make it count. They're just trying to hide from the cleric. The cleric doesn't notice they're there. And they're sneaking around like a little sneaky boy. Yee.
Sneaky snake.
The sergeant is really pissed off this wall is in the way, and that their allies are all like yelling. So instead, he's gonna. How does this work? And which one of them does this? Oh no, he can't. Yeah, he can't do that. Well, he'll just yell some orders, I guess, and then he'll try to intimidate Snagu. Hell no, he doesn't. He's not very threatening today.
I'm so scared. Wow.
Let's see. So the monks now have a +1 to attack rolls and +2 to damage. The berserkers don't count because they're too angry to care. Thierry.
Oh. I think. I'm just gonna do signature elemental motion gap in the air.
Swoosh.
Altitude is taken. This blood goes. Berserker has a death wish. He sees a flying man and it's like, whoa, for a moment.
Wait, people can do that?
And then he also becomes angry. Rar. And then he becomes spin. Power of pain. Monastery beware. They wield those axes like maniacs.
I'll block that.
Marvelous.
That's the kind of damage my shield can understand. Don't wanna break it.
Come on, chameleon. That's how it goes.
You come and go. You come and go.
Where's this red 9 monk? Oh, he's over here. You know what? He's gonna take that wall of thorns damage, and he's gonna use the wall of thorns to get up on that house. Like he climbs up on it with reckless regard for his hands.
Ow.
Actually, it'll probably take damage like twice because he's like rubbing himself actively on it. So roll
He's
me,
doing what?
roll me the damage twice, Thierry.
So 10 and
Now, red 9 monks have resistance to piercing. I think that is because their skin's thick. But he still takes 13. But now he's up here. That was like his turn. It takes a while to climb up on a bunch of thorns and stuff. Monastery.
Gonna continue attacking this guy with +1 because of my stance.
Roll me the first one. Yeah, sure, finish him. You've got good, strong arms. There he goes. Bleh.
1 down. Then I'll switch focus onto that guy. For the second one. That one misses.
Shield up.
Yep. My plan is very simple. Hit things
You know,
and hide.
The thing with this guy is that he does want to fight you, but he also sees Thierry. And Thierry is... I think elemental motion implies that you're like really flashy.
absolutely, it's like okay, imagine it like
Let's just say that this guy's very easily distracted by that.
yeah.
And he drops his axe. He takes a javelin out of like his back because he's just smart enough to remember that he has one of those. And he goes, "Fire pigeon, hungy." He has a -2 on that, by the way. Because you're
That still hits.
actually doing some bit. Let me just grab up something very fun. What is 25 times 25 times 2, and then the square root of that is that's within the second range increment, so that's only 22. He hits you with a javelin, which is still pretty ouchy, but you got lucky.
Yes.
Fire pigeon, fire pigeon. The cleric is seriously considering the fact that he did not prepare for this, because at the end of the day, he wanted to get all of his spells out, get everyone healed up and fresh. What is a boy to do? First, he's going to throw up this. Gonna poke his head out real lickety split and give, I guess, the guy on the rooftop next to Snagu some guidance. Snagu, what do you do? Did you know that
What
the
do I
status
do?
bonuses don't even stack? It's so silly.
I want to smack the guy out of the air. If that means that he won't land at me if I hit him with Hydra, I'll push.
Definitely, because he's like mid-transit. He'll land on his turn.
So yeah, I'm attacking. Wait.
I'll say that he's
This
flat-footed
guy?
because you're like hitting him in the middle of a jump. Like he can't really dodge when you're jumping.
Yeah.
Oh shit, there he goes. The push causes him to miss the jump by about 5 feet.
Slam into the wall.
To be specific, you cause him to go off course, so he just lands and scrapes against this wall.
No, you don't.
He takes 10 feet on the way down from the actual fall itself.
Oof.
He takes 6 from that. I'm gonna say that he takes an extra 5 because he hits a wall and scrapes across it. That's not good. That's road rash.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
And then I'm gonna shield against the other guy.
And he's prone. Just for shits and
Oh my
giggles.
god.
Listen, if you get shot out of midair on a precarious jump, that's what happens to you, man. Life sucks. And they're
I
like,
would've known.
the other guy is having some slight reconsider. This guy's, I hurt.
And
Well-
I get a shield, and that's it for me.
Well, first he has to get up. That's like step 1. Get up. How easy is it to climb up things? Because I've been improvising it for now, but I really need to know how good this guy can climb. He has 35 feet of movement, so he falls in the first bracket. He can climb with a success 5 feet. You know what? He's just going to run around the building and see what's on the other side. How about that? Honestly, he just wants to go someplace and do something useful.
The walk of shame.
Monastery. This guy, since you're getting all beat up and like their big axes are really weighing down on you, he's like, oh, I'm gonna grab you. He doesn't grab you. Poor man. Then, with great aggression, He has to adjust his grip again and tries to go for a swing. Bounces off your shield. Oh, he wants this so bad. No! You figured him out. Clank, clank.
Where did he fly off? On my screen, he just like lifted off and left. Like,
Bye! This lady is gonna try another one of her bumbles.
Rumble.
That cleric is gonna die eventually from just raw splash damage. As he sees a bomb fly down, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. The sergeant is still... Well, he just noticed that one of his men just fell down. Onto the floor. You know what? Let's take out the composite longbow for this one. And try to get a slightly better aim. This is a bit better. Yeah, here we go. So that's free action to drop, action to draw, action to move, and then, yeah, you can make an attack. Hi, Snuggle. Here's an arrow.
Oh no,
That's a crit.
That hits me. That hits me.
That's a crit, you mean. That does not include, I think, the deadly D8. Deadly D10. Excuse me. An extra 10 damage on top.
Oof.
Wow. Roll minimum damage and then maximum damage.
What a champion.
You
If my
don't
bow
have
wasn't so
token.
deadly, I'd be a loser. It is at this point that someone finally wrenches himself free of where he's been sleeping all this time. You've never seen this kind of guy before, but he wears some fancy-ass looking robes.
Who the hell is this idiot?
He has a staff. That's all you need to know.
Oh no, it's Yoda. Run.
It's not a laser staff, so at the very least you got that going for you. Thierry.
Okay. I'm going to cast Sudden Bolt on the captain. Wait, what's the range of that? 60 feet. Nowhere. I'm high up.
Don't worry about it. I'll say that you can just do it. If you move over a little.
Alright.
Yeah, just do it.
Sudden Bolt. Level 2.
Well, it's still going to hurt him. He can feel his spirits crumble as he gets blasted by a lightning bolt.
Zip, zap, zoop.
Yippee, skip, yahoo! It is at that moment that you see something happen really quickly. First, this guy gets shanked in the back by an unseen opponent. Bleh. And he falls over. Not everyone is
Nice.
friends. Welcome to the lesson. For a brief moment, you see a big green thing flicker in next to existence, and then he camouflages himself once more.
Oh, geez, one of those guys.
Apparently, he has no problem killing the boss man. Maybe he thinks it's funny, or he just doesn't like the guy. This monk looks at you, and apparently, since you like pushing people around so much, Sanagu,
Yes, push me around.
how about you take the fall? Hiya! Athletic shove! So against your fortitude
Nope.
DC, you fall, you go back 5 feet. Good news! You can do something called grab a ledge as a reaction, if you want to.
Yes, I want to. What do I do?
I need to look it up real fast.
You-
Grab a ledge.
Acrobatics? Athletics?
You must succeed at a reflex save equal to the climb DC, which for this house is not that high. And then you can climb up if you want to.
I give you a 28 back.
You marvelous. Marvelous. So I think I think the I don't know. I think you just kind of fall over. It implies if you grab a handhold, you can then climb up using athletics, which implies that you can immediately make an athletics check to try and climb up.
Can I make an acrobatics to climb up? Can I flip myself up?
I'm afraid that your musculature is far more important for pulling yourself up than how nimble your fingers are. But
Oh.
I will just say that you pull yourself. You're just hanging from the ledge right now. You're there.
Okay.
You didn't take any falling damage. You didn't fall off. But you are kind of like. He doesn't like that. But he does notice the monastery is getting a bit weak. So fucking dropkick, baby.
Why a drop kicking like your name is Murphy?
Monastery, despite the fact that you're basically flat-footed because you didn't see him coming, and I don't think anyone would see him coming. He glances off one of your pauldrons, who prove their usefulness once more, and manages to stick the landing this time. Since, you know, he kind of expected this one, unlike the other guy who fell completely outside of his own control. Monastery. What do you do? If only your friends would focus fire a little bit.
Pretty much surrounded.
I'm in
I don't wanna-
danger.
I don't want to hit you though. That's the thing.
What's funny is that everyone who's surrounding you has the no escape reaction. So if you go anywhere, they immediately run after you. It's Benny Hills in here, baby.
I can help you escape. I can help you escape.
I don't intend on escaping.
You're hanging from a
No
ledge.
biggie.
Shut up. Or is that? Oh, God damn it! Why do I never learn?
I doubt these guys have attack of opportunity. So I'm going to just...
They seem too crass an attacker to have attacks of opportunity. Yes.
I'm going to spend one of my actions to just lay on hands myself for 18.
Handsome. Also, you get a +2 status bonus to your armor class, so that's really good.
Why did that roll? Well, I'm
No.
not one of my allies, so I don't think...
Well, you are your own ally, I'd say.
Okay. That rule varies from game to game. It's so weird.
I say, why not? You're laying on hands. You are guarding yourself for times to come.
Alright.
I like the idea of laying the hands on yourself.
And
As
then
bad as that sounds.
I'll switch attention to the berserker on top because I don't like being flanked.
Lay on hands, shield up, give him a shove. Push him right at the wall of thorns. Oh, fuck.
Just stab him in the head.
Cool. You watch as a wild gush of blood splatters onto the thorns, causing them to sizzle from heat. He stumbles back from such a mighty blow. But then it's his turn, and, well, first, he was very focused on Thierry, so he at first grabs out one of his javelins, then he drops it, picks up his axe, because they're not sensible people. In case you forgot, this is a blood rage, not a I'm very smart, intelligent, thank you rage.
The brain rage.
The brain rage. They puts his axe high and goes, "Hiya!" Luckily, because he took so long to pick up his axe and swing, you were more than ready for his impact. The Red Knight Cleric's like, there's someone back there. And then this fucking 1v1 that's happening in the background. He finds Evie and takes out his dragonhead flail and swings. Evie, however, can take it on the chest plate. Bam!
Bam!
Snuggu, you're on the ground. Oh, actually, you're hanging from a ledge. You can pull yourself up.
Oh, I want
Or
to
just-
ask, would I take damage or drop myself down?
I'd say from this point, no, yeah, you could just drop down if you wanted to. For
How
free.
tall is this?
It's like 20 feet up, but you're hanging and, you know, you're intentionally jumping, so I'd say you could just do it.
Because I want to... No, like... Would I be able to get to this guy and attack him?
Which guy?
This guy.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, sure.
Then I want to go there, and I'm gonna cast... from my scroll scraps that I can do now,
Oh,
I'm gonna
gosh.
cast Spider Sting on him.
Right in the butt.
I'm gonna hit him with my staff, right? Oh.
Well, he does take 1d4 poison damage. Whoops. That's a 3. The whole turn around and oh, you're hitting that guy. Excuse me, that's the wrong person. I thought you were gonna go for the obvious guy that you were the guy who has your little targeting icon. Excuse
I'm
me.
so sorry. I'm so
Oh
sorry.
fuck!
Oh no.
He beefs it.
So he is enfeebled too, as his muscles just collapse under him. And I'll say that you do 1d4 piercing, and 1d4 poison. So roll me another
2d4.
1d4 then. Oh wait, no, he's dead. Regardless on what he rolls, he has 1 hit point left. So he just
Boop.
Snuggu's claw becomes a spider sting, and he just goes, Chick, and Evie's like, oh, I was gonna stab him.
Well, I did it instead.
Let's take a brief moment. I gotta go to the bathroom. Whenever probably wants to stand up and stretch their legs a little bit.
Good plan. Get some water.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get some water as well, quickly.
Hey, is something wrong with my mic or is it quiet? Hello? My things just stopped working. Hello?
Hi,
Can anyone hear me?
I can hear you.
Are we just being quiet or what's happening?
I can hear you.
People, Safi went up to go to the toilet, and I went
Oh,
up to go.
okay.
I went up
Yeah.
to go get some water.
Yeah, I went to
guess-
get a drink and
I got
back
scared there for a second. You left me alone.
nah.
We all abandoned you in your time of need.
Yes. What the fuck? Where is this thing? I'm looking for a specific picture right now. I can't find it.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
It's it's almost midday.
Go to bed.
So, you
No.
can sleep midday.
No. I don't wanna.
Too
You,
bad.
you cannot force me.
Watch me.
I wish I had more second level damage spells, honestly, because I don't I don't use them at all. I just use sudden bolt.
Dude, I've been just throwing fire onto everything this little battle.
Yeah. Third level damage spells are good, but second level it's like sudden bolt and
Second level, I use only Slaughter Bolt from second level, honestly. Wait, let's see what I have in second level. Flaming Sphere also. But that's it.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
I don't have that as a primal spellcaster.
And I like this Hydra push, it's always fun.
Wah.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Everyone here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Next turn it is. This guy really can't go for anyone, can he? Why are you up there, Tiri? Actually, he does have something he can do. He can focus his key and launch a key bolt.
Yes, that hits. Ow.
And then he'll duck for cover, since you seem to be casting spells so much. Marvelous move, marvelous. This angry man. I don't know what is his mental state right now. He's been trying to beat you up. You've been having no issue keeping him back, for the most part. I think I've got a perfect plan. He's gonna stomp on your foot to bring you down to the ground.
Ow.
Which is to say that he does 1d6 bludgeoning damage, and then he trips you. That he brings his axe high, and because he's so angry, he doesn't wait for you to land and hit the ground. So he hits beside you, and it's like, I can do this. No.
He attacks it where I was before I landed on the ground.
Listen, when you're very, very angry, you get a little anxious sometimes, you know? You get a little too overzealous.
Didn't expect it to work.
Evie, upon seeing Snoggle kill this man with such grace, such elegance. Nice. Probably realized that their friends may need a little bit of help. I mean, Snoggle looks a little hurt.
Can I have some help?
Well, first and foremost, they are going to
I have another fire breath for you, so you're gonna be good.
How about I get some life elixirs in this situation? Let's say they probably have some lessers. Cool. No, lesser. Lesser? Lesser. Equipped. Does that show up on this page? No. No, it doesn't. Oh well. Snoggle, you are handed a bottle of Lesser's life elixir.
I had to drink it?
You have to drink it yourself. Because they
Okay.
probably hear Monastery like deal with a whole bunch of beatdowns. Unfortunately, down the way, they meet up with this guy. And they're like, oh man, I got my knife out. Come here, you.
That's a freebie.
It is a freebie because that actually hits him. Completely unexpected. This guy gets shanked in the back.
Nobody ever expects the knife-wielding spider.
You're
Nobody ever expects
you're
this
supposed to be
position.
using bombs!
Are they an alchemist or a rogue?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who knows?
It's hard to tell.
60 damage with that little dagger!
Every time! It hits so
Oh my
hard!
God.
The monk sees this person like with jangling equipment hanging from like an alchemist set on their back, and he's like, "What the fuck is this guy?" This must
What's
be
happening?
this must be like that Survivor character who's like level 20 and is like babysitting the rest. This guy sees things are going up and is like, I'm not gonna get involved right away at least. Blur. He casts blur on himself, so he becomes all wavy. Ooh. And can he move that way? Yeah, 25. He's not impeded. He's gonna just get a little bit of cover. He yells instructions in Infernal. Who knows?
Never a language you want to hear in a fight.
Do you speak
Wait,
Infernal?
Infernal? I speak
No.
Infernal, yes.
Then you might catch like words of it, but nothing usable. He seems to be yelling at someone in Infernal, and none of the other... I mean, to be fair, these berserkers aren't hearing any instructions at all, but... Infernal's not a language you've heard so far, so it's entirely possible that he has like a special friend somewhere who speaks Infernal. Tiri, your turn has come up again. Presumably you hear the shanking happening around the corner.
I hear this, yeah, and I think, okay, that's that problem sorted, and then I'm gonna chuck a rock at the berserker that threw a spear at me.
I mean, to be fair, that guy's pretty hurt. His armor class also pretty shit right now. For what it's worth. You hit him, actually, because, again, his armor class is one lower.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's fire, so it does get reduced a little bit. But that's still 6 damage, and he turns his attention to you again, which does take the heat off of Monastery for a moment.
It is actually 9 because of blood magic.
Ooh.
Wow, remembering blood magic.
Yeah, I can remember what I do sometimes, and then I've still got 2 actions left, so I'm going to I'm gonna spark the other 2 assailants with electric.
Hell yeah!
Bring back the classic. Wow.
They're having a
Okay.
lucky day, it seems. They both rolled 18, I think. They both rolled 18s!
Wow. These boys.
Well,
The Berserker takes, I think, nothing. He takes nothing. Because he's resistant to electricity, it only takes half.
okay.
To be fair, that force bolt did throw you off course. It's not your fault.
Yeah, that did just get a jab. I've probably got a javelin impaled in me, and I've been stabbed with soul energy or whatever.
Now, this person for a moment thinks about like kicking Monastery when he's down, but when he hears his friend, no honor among thieves, they say. He's gonna run around the building to figure out what's up with that. And because he's a little jerk, along the way he'll shoot you with a force bolt on the ground, Monastery. It's only fair.
Road.
Unfortunately, Monastery is made of fucking indestructibilium. Champions are hilarious. I love them. They're so great. I'm on the ground. I'm hurt. It's like, come on, man. Shoot it like you mean it. Monastery. What do you want to do?
I'm getting the heck up because being knocked over is so mean.
You were getting knocked down, but now you're up again.
How dare you? I'm gonna try and finish the job.
Finish him.
I mean, it hurts a little bit, but
Oh man, something smells like garlic bread.
they're barbarians. They're big. They're tough.
Something smells like garlic bread.
But he's turned his attention to Tiri. So, axe. This time, he just throws his axe at you. How about that one? Don't ask me how that's supposed to work out.
Cash me outside. How
Oh
about that?
god.
I don't know. I think if you throw a weapon that's not meant to be thrown, like he has like a -10 to that or something.
I'm also going to hit him in the face for doing that.
So that's 25, 25, that's 35. Yeah, he has like a minus. Yeah, I think that technically only still counts as a hit. And yes, you do get to do that because he's using his weapon awkwardly. You know what? I'm just gonna say that's a critical hit because he's being a stupid idiot.
Does that interrupt his action? Or...
I'm gonna say that just straight up kills him. So yes, that interrupts his action. I don't think dead people can throw axes.
I mean, it could technically throw it if it died, then like
No,
Last moment.
No, what happens is that he like Monastery like stabs him in the arm. He's like, "You're a fool, an idiot." He winds up to throw it, and Monastery just cleaves his hand off. And the axe hits him on the
No.
head on the way down. Clonk.
So his hand basically flies at you across the room. Just a
Still
hand.
holding the axe, and it just kind of tumbles forward.
Okay, I'm very glad because that would have killed me.
Oh.
Put you down to 0, and then you would have fallen, and then you would have had an extra dying check because you took damage on the way down.
Yeah, exactly. That
Snagu,
is the
Yeah.
downside of being cool.
you're almost alone. How sad.
I think I'm alone now. I'm gonna climb up across this shit, and I'm gonna do a negative thing at the two of them. I'm gonna do Grim Tendrils at them. I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna move here. I think I can hit them both with it.
Ouch.
Well. Oh well. 6 negative damage.
And bleeding.
Oh, yeah, it's bleeding.
Takes persistent bleed damage. 1.
That's something.
Hey, listen. If he was one of those guys up there, those berserkers, he'd be squirting blood every turn.
Oh my god. That would kill Monastery. not
Technically speaking, there is incentive for those guys to get bleed. I mean, the bleed damage does increase by 10 damage because of their weakness to blood to bleeding 10. But they'd also be squirting blood and hurting everyone every turn. So it's whatever you want with it.
him. That's me. I'm done.
This Red 9 monk. You know what, Evie? You're a little dangerous. He goes over to you, little snoggle. You're like, oh, you little punk. You little punk.
Please don't pick me up. Please don't pick me up.
He's going to pick you up. Because that worked out great for the last guy.
Like
That
you
one's
see
good
him
for the
walking
last two
towards
guys.
you, and you're like, no, no,
No,
no.
no, 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 no.
Once he has you off the ground, you watch him like wind up his fist. I think that hits you just.
Giant fist.
His fist is evil.
No.
So I think you don't take that damage, right? You're not good.
I'm not. I'm neutral. Chaotic.
You're
neutral.
somehow chaotic neutral, and you therefore only take 6 damage.
How do I lessen it a bit too?
Here, I'll take care of it for you.
Thank you.
You can right-click yourself and then click the green number under you and just type minus or plus, and then the number, and it will automatically add or
Oh, I can
subtract.
just do minus and plus. I was deducting on my own.
Heck, now you know the trick.
Ooh.
This blood berserker honestly surrounded by corpses at this point, and his rage is starting to wear down a little bit. Yeah, we're like approaching the round where you started this. So yes, you can tell Monastery that he's like losing some of his gumption. He's gonna try to trip you again. He succeeds.
Ow, damn it.
I think it's a critical success because your reflex save's not that great.
Yeah, my reflex is +8.
However,
Ow.
what will be his more pressing? I don't know if he has any pressing concerns, but I do think that he's gonna pick up on something. That something's off. So he takes a little bit of time because he hears rustling in the leaves, and he's like, "What's that?" Probably nothing. And then he puts you to the X, and
Must have been my imagination.
These idiots.
Monastery goes on the way down. It's like, come on, I'm falling on the ground. I'm not that hard.
Wait, wasn't there like one more guy that needs to come? Oh no, there are 2 more guys that need to come. Never mind.
This guy suddenly gets shanked in the back. And actually manages to hit him. Oh gosh. The monk
He
regrets
did
having
champion.
put his attention on Snuggo. He's like grabbed at this moment. Why did I think that the knife wasn't going to come for me?
For whom does the knife stab? Stabs
For
for thee.
whom
For whom
the knife tolls.
Hmm. Do 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 do. This gentleman, there's like a big old combat roll over here.
Oh no.
Thierry,
Combat rolls.
Hmm. Well. I'm going on the stage. You think you can deal with that last berserker on your own?
Yeah, I can handle this idiot.
Okay. I'm going to sudden bolt
oh no.
this monk.
Well, I appreciate your go get him attitude. Don't forget these guys are monks.
But
Reflex
that's
saving
all-
throws, man.
I will whittle them down slowly.
Sick flips is the name.
Well,
of
you
the
still
game.
do half. Jesus.
Oof.
That is such a good roll. Oh,
So
that
many-
took half of what he has left down. He's like critical now. Oh. Well, I guess you proved me wrong. Huh.
Any damage is damage.
You have one action left. Would you like to move anywhere?
Actually, I will give Monastery some guidance.
Thank you.
How nice of you. Then you suddenly have this moment where you realize, wait a minute.
Oh,
Someone spits acid at your butt.
Oh, ew.
That's a lot of acid.
ow.
That's a whole lot of acid.
And he sits there grinning up at you. You're not intimidated by him, though, mostly because your butt's too burny for that to happen. This guy is having some serious, why is there... I don't know who's targeting you, Mr. Monk. But they don't have a
Me.
face.
Me.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Faceless. He is...
No, it's not me actually who's faceless. I see the faceless one as well.
weird.
But I was targeting him.
You know, he just wants to untangle this spider lady. Trying to grab her, pull her
Oh
away,
my
like, get
God.
away from... He fails to grab her. And again, This-
Ungrabbable.
Monastery, you're on the... Jesus, can he just stop that?
Yeah, please. Swear to God. Stupid idiot. Moron.
So what happens after Blood Rage ends? I think he like, becomes fatigued as well. Because, you know, it's very, very exhausting to become angry. Ooh. He feels the sting.
And, I don't like that big boy being back there, but I still have to deal with this guy. Focus fire first. Ah.
Hey, Snago. He's got a firm grasp on you.
He's crisping
I
and
had a
crust.
stupid idea.
Great. Show me the goods.
I love those.
What do I have to roll to do somatic?
DC flat 5, so 5 and up.
So I roll a d20.
Just a D20.
A simple d20. Just a simple d20.
You done it.
Okay, I'm gonna spit fire at him close into his face.
Oh, you're taking
Hitting
it.
the other
Okay,
guy
cool.
behind me as well.
Marvelous. Show me the goods.
Please don't save reflex.
I think he's gonna start. I think he's gonna go down.
Do I hit the other guy as well?
Sure, why not? I'll say that he's in the way for Evie, but he's not in the way for the other guy. Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
This is how you abuse. you were the cover all along.
You are the cover.
Marvelous. Yeah, the guy in front of you, let's go because he's dead. The other guy is so hurt that, like, he's struggling to hold on.
Can I actually bolt now to help Tyrion and the guys?
You can do whatever you want. You got one action left,
Oh, I can't.
or
I
two
can't
if
do
it
this
depends.
guy
Depends on
then.
how. That is 2 actions. You have 1 action left.
I'm gonna move up to this bastard flanking him.
Evie likes that.
I'm joining Evie in combat.
The Blood
No.
Berserker, with all the anger he's been through and all the failure he's been through, he becomes fatigued as his blood rage wears off, and some degree of sensibility comes to his mind. He does not succeed the necessary saving throw to keep his sanity around him, so he's just gonna... You know what? He's seen enough. his friends are dead. His boss is dead. He pretty sure he heard a guy slam into a wall. So see ya. You're pretty
What do you
sure he's
wanna
gonna
be,
walk into that giant that you met, though. Oh well, it's his problem.
I mean, if he's retreating, I'm not going to attack him.
I think there's a
That's
giant
me.
he's gonna meet along the way that's gonna make it bad for him. So unless you want to warn him about that guy, bye.
It's gonna be whack a berserker.
He can figure that out when he gets there.
He's out of the game. Is what matters. Evie. I got a knife.
Yeah.
And he goes down. Fucking hell. Someone get an Eevee like a +1 striking dagger. They deserve it.
Well, we don't know what the red cleric has yet.
Eevee will then move up a bit and take stock of the situation, and then they're going to do something smart. Namely, they're going to roll a check. Did they have Arcana? Please tell me they have Arcana. Nope. Well, great. I guess they're just going to observe this guy as they cook up a... What would make sense against a guy like this? If only you had alignment damage.
Wait, so this guy is still alive or he died? He dead.
The guy...
me.
Oh, sorry. I need to mark him off as... There we go. That's what I need to do. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Peeks around the corner. Can he do that in one movement? Yes, he can. He peeks around the corner. Pokes his little finger. Shoots a ray of
no.
frost at Snagoo. Pew!
Listen,
Pew.
please. Oh no.
Well, be glad it's not a critical. Tiri. Your butt's bubbling. Maybe you should have like gotten some cover or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, all I'm saying is if I'd gotten that, if it stayed to get that dragon cloak, might have survived. It might have been less harmful, but
No use crying about spoiled spilled
Yeah.
milk.
Foiled
try
milk.
and hide over there.
I mean, you can cry about spoiled milk, because that means you've missed
And
your
then
opportunity.
I'm going to cast a 2 action level 2 heal on myself.
Good plan.
11. Oh no, plus 16. Yeah, 11
Yeah,
plus
but-
16.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Oh god, maths is hard.
Yes, 16. for the two-
27.
Hellacious.
Dun, 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 dun.
See, I can take care of myself.
Oh, I had a spell for this.
He's just gonna whoop. And then he's gonna whoop. And then he's just gonna whoop. Oh, wait, how far can he whoop? I think he can only move half whoop.
It's
Yeah, you
just
can-
a whoop.
You can only half whoop. Half distance whoop. Sneaking around is at half speed. However, it's a very good chance someone's gonna bump into him because he's so big. Monastery.
Well, the enemies over here are dead. I can't... That guy just vanished. So I'm just going to go over to where my friends are.
I mean, he's pretty.
regroup.
He's pretty big, and he probably leaves some footprints. So if you want to look out for him, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I guess, just to start. So,
I'll tell you when to bump into him.
don't
No.
see shit.
Nope.
Gonna...
You bump into him.
Ah.
There he is. There he is. But you don't see him. But you do like bump into something along the way.
Something
What is
squishy
this
blocks
thing?
the way. I guess I can try and attack whatever's in front of me.
Yes, you can.
What's the check for that?
Since he's invisible, flat check DC 11. So D20 got to 11 or higher. It's a coin flip. You hit him, but you still have to roll the
14.
attack.
Nope.
Well, first and foremost, you're targeting the wrong person. But I guess you can't. Oh, here, just aim at him. I'll see if I can
Yeah,
find
I
invisible.
can't target someone who's invisible.
Here. Creatures can't. You can't see me. You can roll me that attack again, by the way. It's only fair. After all the misery you've been. Oh, you know, normally he would be dodge rolling out of the way right now, but that's not going to help against this one. I think he has to do that before he knows the result. So. Yeah, he ooh. Let's see. This is a slashing. Unfortunately, slashing doesn't hurt as much. Which is to say, they may have a weakness. Arr. Snagu.
Make note of that and swap to my mace next time.
Did you know
Yeah, I'm
that
here.
recalling knowledge actions can be used to discover the weaknesses and resistances of enemies? Mm.
Yeah,
And
but I'm
I was
also
gonna do
dumb.
that. So I just roll Arcana.
Yes.
Hidden. Hidden or public?
Just make it public. You'll know if I tell you something. Well, that slashing weapon sure didn't work out. And the weapon that you saw it wielding had piercing attack too, so maybe it's the one that they don't have on their weapon. They do seem like
Let's
the type
try
who would
to
be...
bludgeon it.
Let's try to bonk it. You have 2 actions left. What do you do with that? You can cast a spell if you have one.
I have spells, but I'm gonna actually do this.
Also, there's something I want to mention, which is the amount of times that Tiori having fire elements on their attacks, where bludgeoning would have been preferred, is reaching a hilarious point.
Yeah.
So I wanna do the potion, but I can't find it in the chat anymore.
Oh, if you, I can
So
just repost it for you, man. Just give the word.
Please.
Here we
Saying
go. Elixir of
What I'm
life.
saying is I have a theme and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, man. But that,
Oh,
you know,
I can't use it like this. Never mind.
here.
3d6 plus 6. Thank you.
Hey, it's not a bad roll.
Yeah.
I gotta stay on brand, man. I gotta stay on fleek.
And I still have 1 action. What can I do with 1 action? 1 action. Shield. Thank you. Done.
Evie, do you have anything that can help? Do you have invisibility purge for some reason? That'd be great if you had invisibility purge. You don't? Why don't you? Actually,
I have dispel magic.
that would work, I think. But
I mean, you can always spray it with color. Something colorful.
that's exactly what they were thinking.
Let it dust it up.
Let's see which
Just
one.
throw some flour at him.
No, I'm gonna see
Flower,
what kind of
flower.
bombs they have, and then they're gonna throw that bomb at him. Spells and rituals. No, I'm looking for equipment, alchemical items, bombs. I think dread ampoule. Is that a liquid? Murky purple gas. No, that's what I'm looking for. Well, you know what they say: if you set someone on fire, you'll see him eventually.
I mean, you'd think if you make a cloud of gas, you could probably see where the gas.
Yeah, but
isn't.
it's the weird kind of negative space that your eyes aren't designed to handle. Also, this is
Yeah,
technically incorrect for the roll. If I'm gonna be nice and just transfer that 18 over to the 13 that they should be rolling for this. Okay, well, how about we take that roll instead? It's the exact same, so it doesn't matter what I say. The creature, completely unexpectedly, is probably not gonna like this. You know, Evie, you have a hero point. Why not use one? Why not use one? There we go. Listen, this is important. It takes 8 damage, and it is now on fire for persistent 2. And you can now very easily tell where it is because it's literally a giant blob of fire. Congratulations. I think Evie's still... No, let's go. Okay. They're going to move in so that they flank for you, Monastery. Make the most of it.
Thank you.
You know, instead of shield, maybe we should have gone out of immediate line of sight. Just saying. Yeah, major armor still active. What's a fun one to throw on you? Actually, I just remember they haven't turned on major mirror image yet. Let's turn that one on. So they're blurred and they're major mirror imaged. So, good luck. Good luck.
Oh no.
Yeah, the fun thing about fighting people with spells.
Is that they're jerks. Thierry, you're up on a roof. What are you doing up there, you
Right.
silly Billy?
I'm going to
Dispel magic on this guy. Joke.
I mean, so he's still invisible, isn't he?
Technically speaking, he's no longer concealed at all because you can see his exact form because it's all covered in oil and fire.
Yeah, but I
Okay
wanna
then.
save that for the spellcaster.
I'm going to lob elemental toss at him.
Oof.
Or not.
Okay, and then I'm going to crashing wave him.
Oh no. A big A big old sploosh washes outwards. You have to get one of your friends to do this from here.
I'm not done.
But if he moves a bit forward.
Yeah, he already took an action for his toss.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
good news is though that all these loose shingles are going to get mixed into the attack, dealing a little extra damage. Ain't
So
that just
whichever one
lovely?
of your friends you attack, it's gonna be more.
Oh, man.
Eve, I'll let Evie. Oh, I'm sorry, Evie.
Oh, Evie can take it. Evie has
Yeah,
a
you
big
got-
reflex modifier.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Not big enough.
Sploosh. You can add a 1d6 to that, by the way, for all the shingles that get mixed into it.
Okay.
So he takes half. 3. Okay, so that's he took 11. He technically takes 13, so that's another 2. He's also weak to bludgeoning, so it takes another 5. So despite everything, the fire doesn't quite go out because alchemist fire designed to work under stress and rain. Evie gets splooshed. Luckily, Evie has taken no damage so far, so they only lose like a little bit. They're like, yeah, I'm good.
That was what I'm counting on because I didn't want to kill.
First
Monastery.
off, this gentleman's going to take an interact action in order to make, they're going to pat the fire out as much as they can. So if you want to take attack of opportunity, they are taking interact action. After that, they're going to do some fun. Nope. Okay, cool. Here we go. Double slice at Evie. A -2 penalty. Both attacks hit. Using your current. Okay, cool. Hey, Evie, how do you like this? Evie does not take a critical, so that's nice. But shanking time. Shank.
Oh dear.
Well,
Hey, Monastery, don't you have something
Yeah.
for this?
yeah, I was just about to say.
Would you like to hit him with the attack too? Tell me how much damage this reduces, by the way.
Reduces by 8 damage.
Marvelous. Evie is still standing and doing decent for what it's worth.
And with the mace in one of my other hands. Nope. Well, it has +1. I doubt its armor class is less than that.
Well, you're flanking. So, you know what?
Yeah, so it would have been a 23.
Evie, how about Evie spend a hero point on you? They want to see succeed. They're like that.
Aw.
They still have like 1 left, and they'll start the next session with 2. So, you hit him in the back. Now that doesn't seem like much, but don't forget he's weak, so he takes 12. You notice that his scales are tough, which means that if you just try to shatter them, it hurts all the more. Monastery. This poor guy is not in the best place because his invisibility wore out because he attacked someone.
Now I can start wailing on him proper. Eh.
I think that hits because you have your stance and flanking.
Yeah, so it'll be a 24.
Ooh. Oh, 17.
Then another one.
Another hit. Oh, man. You're cracking apart his shell.
And then shield for the last one.
Snagu. There's a guy over there, and he
Yes. He doesn't like me.
he doesn't
Doesn't
like you.
me at all. Okay. So basically, if I roll at him, I have a disadvantage.
What do you mean?
Or if I try to attack him, I have a disadvantage. Or
Why would
how
you?
does the
The way it works is you need to make a flat. So blur imposes concealment, which means you have to roll a flat DC 5 check. Mirror image has its own rules.
what does mirror image do? Oh my god. Okay. I try to smash him with an attack. So first I'm gonna do that D20 thing.
Marvelous.
Not D. Oh, what's wrong with you? Does that make it?
Yes, you actually bypass the blur.
And then I'm gonna cast True Strike. And after True Strike,
Oh, that ignores all of that, by the way. Don't worry. True Strike ignores basically anything, any illusion that would drive you off course. You just like, nope.
fuck
So
this.
even his mirror image doesn't work against that.
And then it's a hydraulic push heightened.
Okay, well, he pokes out his head for a moment, and you're like pointing at him, and then your hand
Ow.
shoots out a beam of hydraulic pushness.
So now it's a flat throw, right? Just
Yeah.
one.
Roll me the attack twice. Because of true. Okay, cool. Good news. You hit him. Real good, like.
So it's 6, 7, 18, 86.
8d6?
Heightened.
Yeah, but
6
it's
plus 2.
2d6 per level. So heightened by 1 level would be 5d6. Heightened by 2 levels would be 76, not 8. Oh well. So if it's heightened to 3rd level,
I'm reading critical. I'm so sorry.
Woo.
So it's 3. It's
5d6.
46. 5d6.
Make that 66 because he gets slammed into the wall on the way back.
Just like this.
Okay, cool. He gets pushed out of his cover for 1. His mirror images do not protect him since, you're like, I can see through that. And he hates it.
I can also launch shit at you.
You know what? He's going to take his next chance to really get you. Evie is like, oh man, I got him.
You got him.
I should have been a rogue. It says they swing wildly at him. Oh, they've done
I
enough.
appreciate the gusto.
The adept steps forward, looks you
Oh,
dead in
no.
the eye, with an uncaring coldness. He's trying to distract you from the fact that he's casting a sudden bolt right on top of you.
Oh, that's a 27.
Yes.
Have fun.
No.
Did you know that a hero
I'm
point
gonna-
could let you make that one? I mean, it's 18
Wait,
damage, so it's
what?
whatever you want, but...
Wait. Let me just see something. Just now.
Is a hero
Do I
point worth
have-
9 damage, is the question.
No, it's not worth.
Then take 18, as electricity bolts you. Okay,
Zzz.
because you've still not done this, please do remember that your resistance to fire increases to 3. I've taken care of it for
Oh,
you.
it does.
Because you're
Oh.
6th level. It's half your level. Tiri. The guy down there with your friends is almost down. In fact, he might just retreat for time being, because he's not doing too hot.
Well, I kind of don't want someone like that being a potential threat, so I'm gonna go on over them, and then just do another crashing wave.
Crash him into the ground.
Man. First, get a load of these ferrets. Get a load of those little boys. Why do ferrets have the silliest? Oh, goodness. You just blast them from above, huh?
Boys all dressed up for photo
He
day.
does, of course, he.
Of course he
Crit.
crits. Of course he crits. It's not like he's like some sort of rogue or something. I mean, to be fair, a lot of things I've noticed have good reflex saves. I don't know what it is. I don't like it.
This dude is kind of big to be a rogue. I don't mean to body shame, but dude.
That's why he can chameleon himself into... Listen, you wouldn't understand. Anyway, he notices you up there. Doesn't... wait a minute. I've got a better idea. He sort of rolls behind Evie.
What is it to everyone?
Then you watch his mouth bubble up with foam.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, no, no.
Soon,
no.
however. But first, he needs to charge that one up a little bit. Because it hurts a lot, and he already spit his acid a bit. So give him a moment. Evie, give him a moment. Evie takes the hit. Does not take the second hit. That one goes to, but Evie's still standing. There's like this bubble monastery.
Alright, I'm going to... so I can get over here. And then... I'm going to try and grab its mouth and hold it shut. With like a grapple.
Okay, decide to perform a grapple and forcefully change his targeting. Go ahead. His fort DC is 22.
Well, I'm gonna hero point that just to succeed.
You got him.
Oh no, you don't.
Don't grab me. That's illegal.
You can only grab
You've
the
one action
little
left, by the way.
cobalt.
One action left. Shielding's not really important at this juncture. So I'm just gonna attack with my extra hand. Nope.
You hit him because he's flat-footed because you grabbed him.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's how grabbing things works. I'm a dummy.
He's dead.
Oh.
You grab him, and then you hit him right between the eyes, and then he's like, sees stars and falls on the ground. Dead or unconscious, I'll leave it up to you.
I'll leave it up to you. A skull appears.
It's like
Yeah,
tweeting
we'll
birds.
figure that out.
There's either tweeting birds around his head or he's just straight up dead. Snagu. It's a wizarding duel, and this guy has more slots than you do. Probably. Maybe. Who knows how many he spent on the day?
It's high noon. It's high noon. I'm gonna do the same thing I did last round.
It's high noon. You have so many hydraulic pushes, it's hilarious.
Oh. Oh.
Yes.
This town ain't big enough for the
I'm
both
gonna
of us.
use. Can I use my hero post?
Yeah,
to
sure.
Reroll.
But you,
Thank you.
it doesn't double. You don't double up. You just get the one reroll. Man, what?
Okay.
I guess after everything going somewhat all right for you, it's only fair that something. Evie does that heroic thing where they dive in front of people, but I don't think they're gonna be too much of a help. Move over here. Take out a bomb. I need to look something up. Does an area of effect? Would a splash attack destroy all the mirror images? Pathfinder 2e, not for 1e. I know how it works on 1e. I think. I like to imagine that I do.
How much health do mirror images have?
So here we go. The mirror image, essentially, you have there's like 4 of them right now. So you have a 1 in 4 chance of actually hitting the right one, and it goes down over time. But it says that if once an image is hit, it is destroyed. If an attack fails to hit your AC but doesn't critically fail, oh, it also destroys an image, but has no additional effect. Oh. So I think that attacker still destroys one of his mirror images regardless.
So even if I just hit him, that mirror image goes away.
Also hilarious, if an attack is a critical success, it destroys one of the images, and it would hit one of the images, and the image is destroyed, and the attack still becomes a success, because the images aren't that far apart, I guess. Sort of carry through him. Alright, well, I'll just say that the splash doesn't work in that case, because it only feels fair. It requires that you attack them specifically. Sort of like you're disbelieving them one at a time. But Evie's still gonna try. He's got 1 left. Well, he does take the splash of 2. When Evie's like, oh man, I'm running out of low on supplies now. Because of narrative contrivance. Gosh, you're very cute. What would be fair to use against you? Well, Snagu.
Hit me.
You're very, very annoying. And you know what wizards have? We know what most spellcasters have as a spell against someone who's very, very annoying? 3 actions of Magic Missile.
Oof.
Upcast the 3rd.
Oh, fucked.
You are very fucked. So that's 6d4 plus 6.
Damn.
6 missiles fly from his open hands, spring towards you, and you
I'm
fall
dead.
backwards. Well, you're dying, but I like your optimism. The adept stands there. Tiri, what do? Your Snagu friend is like spinning and falls over as he gets belted from all sides by missiles. They make him spin. They're all aimed in like a pattern, like an iris pattern.
I'm gonna get next to him, and I'm gonna use sudden bolt.
Give him CPR. Sudden bolt.
No, and I'm gonna sudden bolt the magic boy.
Cool. Okay, please, I need to read this again. 'Cause again, So, just imagine a whole bunch of fart noises, because that sums up my brain right now. Actually, don't do that. We've had that enough in 90s cartoons. So,
I've danged 1.
I'm just going to read this and I'm going to interpret it on my own term. I'm going to say that because the images sort of stay in one place, yes, he would still have to roll. Well, it takes half.
Wait, so still roll.
Oh, wait, this guy is immune to electricity. How did I not notice that?
Oh.
Don't know why he's immune to electricity, but he sure is. He's just
Okay,
gonna
then.
take it then. It's gonna be a big boy. Stand there and you're like, whoa.
But do I destroy any of the mirror images or
No.
Okay.
The spell targets this whole area, but the area effects don't destroy them. You have to. They're made like that. I don't fucking know. It's magic, man. If you want a science education, go talk to a wizard.
Oh, okay, that's it. That's all I can do then.
Monastery, do something.
He's too far away. Run the heck over.
Why are you so far away?
Get over here. I'm gonna hit you.
Just a quick question. You are wearing heavy armor. You have the fleet feet, was it?
Do I?
Because otherwise, I think your movement speed is going to be 10. Like, something needs to offset your heavy armor.
I do not have that general feat yet.
Then I think your movement speed will be 20, because even if you... Because full plate is minus 10, and getting the strength requirement only reduces that by 5, so you still have a minus 5. Just a thing.
Okay, so I'm back here.
You're right in front of Snagu. Snagu, bleeding on the ground. Roll me that dying roll. Just click
Is
the...
it private GM or blind GM?
Oh, I don't care which one you do. Have fun. Your friends are going to find out how dead you are in a moment anyway.
So I just rolled utility attributes dying.
There's a-
Actually,
That's
instead
the
of putting up my shield, can I try a battle medicine to try and, you know?
I mean, if you fuck up, you're going to make it worse. just a word of
Yeah.
warning. All right, go ahead. You can attempt to stabilize or treat wounds. Which one do you want to do?
Yeah, I can stabilize him next turn. Don't worry.
Yeah, but if he dies this turn, then.
No, if you want to, then go ahead.
What would the DC be?
Monastery
I mean, I'll
cat.
probably
The
Cuts
DC for
throat.
stabilization is 5 plus recovery roll DC. Which, by the way, can I point out that that doesn't scale at all? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that seems really low.
So yes, the DC in his case would be. Let's just roll this one. It doesn't tell me the DC. Oh, it's DC 11, so it'd be 16.
Okay. No, I don't trust myself. It's like, I'm sorry, Snogu.
Snago, I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
My hands are made of death.
I'm like, she's just gonna cut his throat on accident.
Snago, can you roll me that dying check? Are you gonna take the result I rolled? Good, fantastic. It's gonna make life.
Evie can probably help. They're like, that's kind
What
of
did I
the
just
job.
do? I pressed a button and something happened.
Well, first there's a die next to your dying value, which is near your hit points, and if you
Oh,
click
I'm
that
not-
die, it rolls your dying check. See what that does.
I'm in the wrong thing then. I was.
It's on your red ribbon on the left, so you don't have to go in any tab for this. It's always there to remind you. Cool. That's hilarious. How lovely. I think Evie is the chirurgeon, and they do prepare lots of elixirs of life. They get 3 for free. Well, 3 if they spend 1. So, they step over and they just pour this on top of you. So that's 14 hit points for Snuggle. You're wounded 1, no longer dying. She's like, "Yay! I did it!"
I'm ready to fight. Rawr.
I don't know how ready you are to fight, but
Ready to not be dead.
I think you're vastly overestimating how bad this is.
Oh.
So Monastery, Snuggle, and can you please roll me that save? Oh, thank you, lady. Thank you. Shit, Snuggle. Is that a
Yeah.
critical failure?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh, that's a really nice one. Okay, so you're now dying 3.
Ooh.
Monastery takes nothing. Evie goes down. Handsome. The fine gentleman in front of you seems more than content with the current results, but they want to make sure that corpses stay dead before they leave. They don't have to kill all of you. They know that it's more than enough to just kill 1.
To be honest, Nog was annoying him, so this makes sense fully.
To be fair, you were kind of pissing him off with the hydraulic push.
I had a death wish since the start as well.
I personally just love the mental image of like there's like hydraulic pushers flying all at him like a machine gun. I got a water cannon, baby.
And ignoring all of his mirror images. Fuck you.
Thierry, you better make a good move, because 2 of your friends are on the floor.
Well, I'm not expecting myself to do much, but 3 action heal.
No, 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 no. Snaku is wounded too and no longer dying. And now
For how long?
1 health, 1 healing.
you literally
One-
have 1 hit point now.
I believe. Just go get in cover or something. Jesus.
I believe. Monastery, you also get a hit point back. Did you know that?
Yay.
Best heal
Ding.
ever.
What do you do now, Monastery? What do
I'm
you do
gonna
now?
rush him. How dare you attack my friends? I'm gonna be slightly off center just in case that happens again.
Just to be sure, I'm gonna go away.
Teach you to attack my friends.
Let's roll a 1d3 first. One of his mirror images shatters. He has 1 left.
He's a mage. I'm not gonna worry about shielding. Who cares?
Handsome.
Oof.
Big miss.
Big oof.
I personally like the image of you just being so angry that you swing in circles. Snagu, you're still prone. That doesn't go away, stupid as I am. You still land on the ground. But you have a hit point. Marvelous.
Wait, does Evie go before him?
Evie goes before him, yes, but is also on the ground.
Okay. Can I help Evie up?
Sure, you can spend 2 actions to have
Get
both
myself
parties.
up and get Evie up.
You have 1 action left in that case.
Give me a second.
Be careful, because he only really needs to get you to make to critically hit you or hit you twice. And
I'm gonna use. Oh no, that's 2 actions. No.
I'm feeling very spiteful today. So, did you know you can cast multiple magic missiles to technically count as dying? It's a great way to kill a character. It's a very shitty way to do
I
it, but
love
this
it.
guy's an
I
asshole.
love it.
You don't become evil without learning the magic missile trick.
I recommend getting in some cover.
That's like a fucking like
I can
exam
cover
sheet for
myself
evil
with
characters,
this.
and one of them is like, what's the best spell for killing people? It's like magic missiles is on there. It's like that's the answer. Also, I'm pretty sure their
There's-
wall of thorns is gone by now, but there you go.
I can lift up my shield. That's safer than moving away because if I move away, he's gonna move after me and just magic missile me. Shield at least. helps
So
me with
the
that.
problem with that is the monastery standing like right next to him, and there's probably only so much movement he wants to take before it becomes risky.
Yeah.
Like monastery's like harassing him, like, "Hey, I'm here." Hey.
Okay,
the
no
whole point.
shield. No shield, and I'm going.
But it's up to you. It's your decision.
I'll be here. Safe here. Can't get me. I'm behind the house.
You're behind a corner.
That's it. I'm behind the corner.
It's like they say, safest houses.
Evie, who still has some vitality left in her, is. Let me just check this out. Sure. You know what the smart option is for this current situation? Well, first off, not stand in a line. Too much of a line, at least. But here's the trick. If Evie hits him enough times, eventually those mirror images will go away. And that will give you a better chance. Also,
You have 1 health.
listen, Evie can take a few hits before going completely dead, so it's the smart thing to do. It's called self-sacrifice, and I think Evie is dumb enough to think that's a good idea. Actually, no, they have like 14 in. They'd probably be like, this is terrible. Oh well.
Yeah, they're like one of the only people in the group with a brain.
Don't kill our brain, please.
Your brain will never surrender. Oh, wait, what? Here we go. Okay, doesn't critically fail damage. Okay.
I love how last week in the chat I'm like, yeah, I don't care if Snowy dies, and now it's like, yeah, yeah.
Handsome. Evie, let that dagger sing. Doesn't hit him. Off. Wait,
What's the name of it?
do you still have your martial aura up?
Yep.
That's
It goes for the whole fight.
That's 10 feet? Because it needs 23 to hit him.
Yeah, I think it's 10 feet base.
All right.
20 feet if I crit succeed.
Well, there goes his last mirror image. He's just blurry now. Wobble wobble.
Ooh.
You know, you're very annoying. By which I mean literally everyone currently standing directly adjacent to this guy. Step. He's gonna risk it. Because you're technically in a line.
Gonna risk
Oh
it for
my
the bit.
god.
So, Monastery, did you know that attacks opportunity can interrupt spells?
Yep, and I better hope this one works well.
You need a critical hit, though. Also, you need to overcome his blur.
Yeah.
Because fuck
What's
you.
the
That's
DC?
why.
I'll just roll the d20.
Well, I think Fate is trying to tell you something, and I don't like it.
Can I give him a hero point to reroll that?
Yeah, sure, go nuts.
Okay, please.
We're
Go on,
putting a
Monster.
lot of resources into this.
So, blur is concealment, you hit.
Fuck yes.
Alright. Will this crit? Probably not.
In fact, you miss.
In fact, you miss.
So, about that DC 27 reflex save.
Yeah.
Can I roll without you, all of you pulling me down? Oh.
If
Snagu,
only I hadn't spent that hero
you're on
point.
dying 3.
Which is the fun one.
You have, if you go,
Um,
at some point, you're gonna have to get a lot of bandages for those injuries you're walking
And
around
I'm
with.
on 0.
Yeah, you go down.
Ooh.
Tiri, roll me that recovery check. I think that means you get dying 2 now.
It says reduces dying value by 1.
Yeah, success.
Wait.
Yeah, I got
Oh wait.
It's a success.
No, it should be a failure because you started dying 1. You went down from damage. You started dying 1. That increases the DC by 1. Therefore, 10 fails. Allow me to
Oh.
demonstrate by clicking it again and showing you what it here. See?
Okay.
I like that I got exactly the same roll so that the demonstration works.
That's a good demo.
Monastery. This guy, you have no idea if he's spiteful enough to try and kill your friends while he's here, but again, you know.
Wait, how
He's
do I apply
definitely
the
evil
dying
enough.
things again? Oh, there you go. Let me turn around.
Like, he's doing fine, and he's having so much fun with this. Or is he? I mean, to be fair, he's spent a lot of spell slots on this. Like, might have to consider running soon.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in with damage.
Roll me that blur. Come on, it's a 20% chance of missing. That's all you need to know.
Ooh.
Well, fuck him
Definitely
then.
not miss it.
Gash him across the cheek. He's worried that
So,
he's worried about the fact that his spell isn't working as much as it should.
And then I'm gonna move out of lightning bolt line.
And leave your 2 wounded people in the line.
Oh, I
Snagu!
can't move you idiots.
Did you know you can die?
Oh, if I roll bad now, I die.
Show us the goods. Show us if you are baby blessed.
Oh, guys.
Baby bless.
We probably shouldn't have wasted all those hero points.
I'll
Oh,
leave it up to
no.
I'll leave it to you. Pat pat.
So why are all your rolls
Wait.
private?
So,
Because I'm mean. Wah.
so
I don't-
wait.
Hmm?
If this is a success, I remove it to 2. If this is a
It
failure,
goes
I
down to
die.
2, yes. And if not, you
If
go to
it's a failure,
4.
I die.
It's up
Or
to
am
you.
I 4?
I don't know where you're 4. That makes no sense at all. But it doesn't change the result. The result of, if you want to make a DC check, is 10 plus your dying value. And it's a flat check.
10 plus my dying value. What's my dying value?
You are... So the way, when you go down to 0, you will become dying 1 plus your wounded
Okay.
value. You're wounded 2,
Okay.
thus you go start at 3.
Okay. And when do you die? That's my question.
When you hit dying 4.
So now, technically.
Yes. Apparently. I'm not one to check the results.
Well, it's an 8, so yeah. Brutal, it's brutal. Oof. Snogu is floating belly up.
But I mean, like, if you check important things, like, the bottom section is literally that I don't care what you roll. It's literally
I'm-
your decision. Evie, on
I'm
the other
okay.
hand,
I'm okay with this.
you're okay with this, cool. Close your eyes, sweet prince. It was an amazing set of fireballs.
Evie, go help those two.
But there's only so much Evie can do.
Can I get a little skull?
Wait, I just realized something. Hilarious. Does Evil have bad medicine? That makes too much sense if she didn't. Of course she doesn't. Of course they don't have battle medicine. God damn it.
Why would Chiurgeon not have battle medicine?
Because I don't know. I guess we never discussed it. Like idiots.
Thank you.
Evie's gonna help Tiri. Throw that last elixir of life on top of him.
Okay.
Here it is. Where? No. Where? Did it consume it? It used it. Oh. Hate that. Apparently, when you select use potion, it just straight up removes it from your equipment. It's like, yep, you used it. Like, what? Yes, you used it. That's why you click the use button. Because you're smart. Like, instead of an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Like me.
Terry, you are now a wounded one, but you are no longer dying.
Okay.
This guy is not a trained, kind of guy. But monastery, since your friends over there are like, because don't forget, in the background right now are two people on the ground and one person's like hanging over and like administering medicine. He looks at you and he just wants you to know that you can kill him, but you've already lost. Roll me that will save.
And it has +1 because my stance defends against
Mental? Oh yeah.
So
You take 5, but you do not become stunned. Like he looks you dead in the and then he's just gonna move back a bit.
which means I can attack of opportunity him.
Shank him. Oh man. Can you roll me the blur?
Oh yeah, blur.
Aren't wizards who have time to cast all their support spells just the worst? They are. I hate them. It was way worse in Pathfinder if they read through the whole spell list and actually kept track of everything. They were the worst. I hate those
cast,
people.
like 15 spells while the fight's going on, and then by the time you fight them, they're like,
It's like, who's next? And it's like, well, we're done. Thank you for doing absolutely nothing. We appreciate the moral support. Terry, you're... I mean, alive is a very broad term, given your current status.
I mean, is he trying to run away?
It's more like he like cast a spell on him and then he walked back like in an intimidating fashion to get him sort of off his back. So do what you want.
Okay. Hi, did you know I have melee spells?
He kind of hoped
you
that you
all-
didn't.
Produce flame is a melee spell.
I hate that. I have no idea what's going on right now. Did you hit him?
Like 20. Oh, that's a self roll.
yeah,
I didn't mean
we
to do
can't
that. Okay, it was 22.
22. Well, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and slap him? He was not expecting you to get back up again after he bolted you guys.
Plus,
Monastery.
if you would have stood just there, then it
He
would've
is
been
down
great.
to very little. Like, he is losing it. He is trying to keep his act together because he's just that kind of a hard ass. But at the same time, you know when a man is on the last brink and is, like, trying to look impressive.
Moving up and stabbing him.
You know, for the same action, you could have just stood over here and flanked him. But
Yeah, we'll just say I flanked him.
cool. Then roll me for a blur. Smack him good, because he's probably going down. In fact, yeah, your minimum damage would have killed him, so... You step around him with a deft strike. He is surprised to see that you still have the zest to fight him, considering that his blur spell has been doing so well. It's been the best! It's helped him barely at all. Mirror Image did more heavy lifting, but you step around him, and as he gets momentarily distracted by a fire that gets pushed directly into his side, you get him right across the neck. It doesn't cut his head off or anything, but it does cause the injury and shock necessary to push him to the ground and get him out of commission. Combat is over. There's a quiet in the area.
I'd say before he even hits the ground, I'm running over to Snoggu.
Snuggle is big rip. Let her rip, baby.
Okay, I have a perfect character in mind.
See, that's the attitude I want to hear.
I'll send you a picture and you can guess what he is.
Just go ahead, surprise us. Make the ending to this session fantastic. But here's the good news: I did the math. You earn
Yes.
280 experience points. I did not plan this, but that's exactly what you need to get to 7th. I just threw some dudes around.
We're
Look at
exactly
this.
level 7.
I mean,
In the Rakshasa thing, it says they can be jackals, and this I know this is a hyena, but I
and
like it.
yeens. Sure, why not go with yeen? I love the word yeen. It sounds so fun, like slide and jolly.
So are we level 7 now?
Yes. After this immense hardship and watching a wizard cast some pretty cool spells, you learned something. I don't know what you learned, but I think there's a sobering moment in here somewhere.
I learned that I really should save big spells for last.
You really shouldn't Nova before you know who the biggest, baddest dude in the room is. On the plus side, that went way better than it had any right to, because I'm pretty sure 280 experience points is like almost double what it ever. Whatever. Who cares?
That's
guys
a
did
lot of experience points, to be honest.
It's a lot for a single fight. But hey, you wanted a montage. You got a montage of one fight where everything went horribly wrong. Actually, to be fair, a lot of spells were used extremely well. The wall was used extremely well. Snagu and Fireball got all their... like the hydraulic push to get that guy to fall. Like, a lot went right. And I think that's what makes this a fight where you've well-earned victory. Be proud of yourselves. Evie...
proud of. A friend is dead.
Evie has 1 hit point.
And I will award you with a bard.
A
If
bard.
that makes things better.
I mean, bard
I
is...
feel like we need a bard.
Oh my god, it's Pensive Cowboy! Yes! I guess he yeet his last haul.
Oh my god.
I'm so amazed at that. Oh, I'm gonna use that 3 action heal. What do I roll? A 1.
I will help all my allies, and they just feel like a little tickle in the back of their throat. So what kind of bard could we expect here? As
I don't know. I just had a bard in mind, but I'm gonna check the web page first for what bards are
Cool.
there. I'm getting bard vibes from the picture. That's why I'm like, oh, bards.
Here we go. Here's a... Oh, wait. Excuse me. I need to give you permission. I always forget to give permission. This was a huge problem with my Call of Cthulhu game where I had to give people permission to access everything that was important. Snugglord is owner. There you go. You now have access to your new bard. Again, I did not plan for this to end on exactly 0 experience points. It's kind of turned up that way. Bards have muses and spells, and they have so much to do. They're always busy.
Oh, finally I can turn to a dinosaur.
Finally, I can turn into a dinosaur.
I've been waiting on this for years.
I have so much work to do, guys.
You got stuff going on.
Well, don't worry about it. This server's going to be up for a while, so you get all the time you need.
So I can do it slowly.
Yeah, sure. Take up all my time.
Oh, you're gonna stay here. I'm so sorry.
No. I'm not held up in any way. I can just keep the server running while everything happens. Spell immunity. What a weird spell.
Alright, don't the servers stay up until you close the program itself?
Yeah, I need to close the window before it closes. I can just leave it running in the background.
Okay. Oh.
What kind of spell? Dull ambition. Target rolls twice and takes the low result on initiative rolls. And on down. The fuck?
Yeah, it does automatically add to it.
Why is there a spell that just makes people sad? You curse a target to fail in all avenues of life and that require drive and ambition, and it naturally undermines their own goal every turn. They literally just get disadvantage on downtime activities. That's just the weirdest.
Just pure spite.
To be fair, there's also clownish curse. They emit ridiculous noises while they move.
Oh my god.
And this is the best part. Furthermore, the target's hands and feet become awkward and uncoordinated, as though wearing oversized gloves and shoes. It's a bard spell, by the way. You can take it.
Sounds like a thing we need.
I don't know if you need it because disadvantage on acrobatic, stealth, and thievery has limited utility in combat, or even just for characters in general. Like it's more if you have a house, you don't want anyone stealing it. You put a clownish curse on everyone who enters your house. Everyone who enters makes cartoonish noises, including welcomed guests.
AC 29. What the fuck?
Holy shit, enervation. Enervation is nuts if it goes off well. Holy shit. So a 30-foot line. Everyone needs to make a fortitude save. If they succeed, they take 2d8 persistent negative damage. Failure, it's 48. It's also 48 on a critical. They also become drained 1. So every fortitude save they make afterwards becomes worse. A critical failure, they also become doomed 1, which is really more for players. But drained 2 and doomed 1, Jesus, that's like 10 hit points extra. Ugh. That's a nasty one. Especially if that persistent goes off more than twice. Which it might. AC 30, oh my god. What is wrong with you? Welcome to the salty spittoon. How tough are you? You just take a knife and you just drag it across your armor. I once got attacked by 30 commoners who were too drunk, and none of them hit me. The guards show up, they wonder what the hell's going on. It's like, he's not dead, they're just very tired. I stood here for a while, I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Just like an hour of standing there with your arms crossed.
Listen, you can't blame me. Man, the muse, I really do gotta say this, the muses are amazing. They are like, all of them offer something cool. So, you can get bardic lore, which is, I have a lore skill that works for everything. And you can get true strike. You can get lingering composition, which means you can get inspire working for a couple of turns without needing to spend an action on it. And that what you do with that is free. I think it's a cantrip too. No, it's a focus thing. But hey, it lasts for a few turns and it's free to use, and you get your focus point back if you fail. Soothe is a distant heal. It's basically healing word. And they get a bonus for Suspental. Yay. What was versatile performance again? You can use performance instead of diplomacy to make an impression, and instead of intimidation to demoralize, which, cheapen up on those skill checks in certain areas. You can get Unseen Servant. I don't know why that's so interesting to add to your spell repertoire, but martial performance. What does that do for you? Let's see. You become trained in all martial weapons. Oh wow. And get fear. Nice. They're all pretty good. I think that Maestro does have the definite, like, if you want to be support, you're going to pick Maestro, because lingering composition is really good. Also good as Soothe, because it's 1d10 plus 4. It's always a 2-action caster. Is it, though? Oh, well. Anyway. Guess you're going to have to bury this boy and loot the place. Take stock in inventory.
Loot, get all the loot off his corpse before burying him.
It depends on how nice you want to be about it. It is considered somewhat improper to rob a body blind. But that'll be for next time.
He does have fancy clothes you can put on him to bury him in. That means that you are making him look presentable for that. And take everything else.
After today, perhaps your spirits might have sunken a bit regarding this attack on the bridge, but you have a better plan for that bridge than you did here. And this went alright. So I can't talk for your characters, but maybe this changed your opinion on how things might go. Maybe it didn't.
I mean, on one hand, Monster is really bummed out, like, she just lost a friend. But at the same time, these guys just killed a friend. How dare they?
I mean, that's where you got your armor expertise from, is those axes slamming into you.
It's personal now.
We will not stop until the High Wormlord is impeached. Or whatever legal process they use.
The legal process is my sword, and it goes in their face.
That is how it works, yes.
I'm actually torn. Because witches have such good feats. I love their feats.
You have a whole week to figure this out, man. Take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. We can connect before the next game, and I can do it as well.
Sure.
So
you just think about it, take a look, shop a little, feel good.
Go through all of them and see what I'm gonna do. Well, that was fun.
Don't forget, you get a hero point at the beginning of the next session because you'll need them. Also, you get 1 extra for the area itself because you planned ahead. You have contingencies, as it were. Hero point of preparation. aka the one I wish all my parties would have. It wouldn't kill you to think ahead.